Bretsky!
What?
Get your ass over here! All rise! It's the VIPod! Come get it while it's hot. Season 2 is just gonna smell like a fried chicken fire log in here. Squirt. Squirt, 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 squirt. You know what our listeners want to hear?
What?
I don't know either. Where's that cactus? We should just have the cocaine song as our intro.
What the I'm in the Migrin.
Did you just try to play footsie with me? You know who I really hate?
Tommy, I am your father.
Oh, so now we're doing movie quotes?
Yep. Run, Bretsky, run! Are you recording?
Yep.
No, but really, are you recording?
Yeah. I get it. I see what you're doing here.
Siéntense todos y bienvenido al VIPod y feliz 5 de Mayo.
So the one language that you should be using where I'm from, you're not using because you haven't fucking learned it,
I haven't
have
learned
you?
that one yet, man.
God damn it.
Shit. But yeah, welcome to the VIPod. I am the great Ish One, Wayne Bretsky, alongside the Tommy Show 1.0. Welcome.
What episode are we on?
I don't know.
I don't even
That's
know. 50-something. 55, 56.
according to our show notes, 33. That's how often we stay on top of things.
No, we haven't changed that shit in a long time. How's your weekend?
Oh, yeah, it was good. There was the Indigo video shoot that you didn't come to.
I know.
You son
I
of a
did
bitch.
tell everyone I'm going to be there. That's just because, like, you know, I was hoping that
It was actually
more
a
people
fantastic show. All the bands were really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
It was a great lineup, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and so as we announced in the past couple weeks, Badland Promotions is now one of our sponsors.
Shout out.
And so we would be having Dag on the show, once a month or so to
Maybe even today. Who
join
knows?
us. And so,
Maybe even today.
that may happen
You might just
really
pop in.
soon.
Yeah.
You never know.
But tell me about the live video shoot, because when we first mentioned it, we said that we're gonna go there shirtless. Did you take your shirt off? You son of a bitch! You didn't.
You know, the problem is...
Fucking liar.
I was significantly older than a good portion of the crowd. So, it was a bit
Everyone
of
would be going, there's this pedophile.
Oh man, there was this guy. There was one point, like, between bands, everyone was standing outside, and typical, North End Winnipeg, this guy just kind of shows up and starts talking to everybody. And I think I even have some video. I might have to take a dive into my phone, but he was talking about how the evolution of stripper poles over the years and how they bracket them into the system, and how now they've learned that they tear out too easily from the old system, so they got to use L brackets and stuff like that. And there was 10-15 people outside, and everybody, it was him talking to one other guy, and everybody else was just watching like it was a comedy show and laughing.
You should have just started charging.
And the guy didn't even realize that everybody was
he's
watching and laughing. It was awesome. But 7th string. They even brought out a 7th string guitar this time.
Wow.
Nice. To honor the name. So that was pretty cool.
That's that makes sense. Yeah. Shit happens.
Prison Richard.
Oh yeah.
Fucking
Prison
knocked
Richard,
my socks off. They were super good. And again,
I forget her name, but her voice is.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Phenomenal.
And okay, so Prison Richard, they're actually a bit more of like a country band, but they play like the gritty country at least.
I actually enjoy that.
It's not the
music,
twangy country, but I mean, it's not the type of thing that you would expect necessarily to see at a metal show. But honestly, was not out of place one bit.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk too much about it because again.
Well, we got
time to talk about it
it
later in the show. There's so much to talk about this week. I my notes are fucking through the roof here.
Yeah, I went to a birthday party. Yeah, the Jaguars, Sad Jaguars birthday party, and man,
Looked like a snooze fest.
Yeah, it started with a lot of people are drinking wine, which I was like, I went straight for the one.
Give me a whiskey!
Loads.
Let's start with the.
That one, okay.
I want to
Sure.
start with this one. This Zodiac here.
I started with a Caesar,
I'll crack it and
and
I'll pour it in,
then
then you
went
can-
straight to the whiskey, and did not stop. And then when I got the bill at the end of the night, my fucking jaw dropped. But it was a great night, and then we shut her down at 5:30, and yeah, I was in a lot of pain the next day. But good times, anyways. Happy birthday to the Jag. Go fuck yourself, Jaguar, again. But
He's a shit. What a fucking asshole.
are we splitting this 3 ways, or
No,
Okay.
he's just got one.
Okay, so since we're talking about him, why don't you introduce our next
I'll
guest?
introduce the
Yeah.
guest because he's a good old friend of mine. Mr. Norman Breaks, also known as DJ Stop. And
In the name of love.
okay, get off
too
the show,
soon.
Tommy. And then we also have Dag from Badlands here today. But Norman, he is here. He's actually from Ireland, now living in Winnipeg. And yeah, shit, why don't you give us a little background? Tell us about yourself.
Welcome, guys.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I moved here in 2013 and been trying to escape since.
How does someone go from being in Ireland and be like, hey, let's check out Winnipeg? I know that you made a few stops along the way.
Okay.
But how did you end up here and then stuck?
It's Winnipeg, man.
So yeah, I ended up here because I was unemployed for a little while in Ireland after finishing my degree, and I was getting to the end of my rope, a year and a half unemployed after getting your degree, and you're just like, I need to use my brain again, and
Right.
It was nice for 6 months, taking some time off, doing gigs and whatever, and festivals and everything, but then it's just continually on government welfare and knowing that I should be working, but there was no jobs at the time, so I went to a jobs fair, one of many jobs fairs I went to, and there was a company called, well, should I name the company?
You can say whatever the fuck you want, man.
Yeah, so Magellan Aerospace was there, and they had a stand. Well, it's their fault that I'm here, basically.
Yeah.
They hired me to come over, and they paid for me to come over. They helped me with my visa and all that sort of stuff. I worked for them for 5 years, and yeah, I'm still here. I'm working for a different company now, so.
Cool.
Cool.
So I can hear the Irish accent a little bit, but it seems like you've probably lost it over the years a little bit, right?
Well, I've had to tame it down. So I used to live in Chicago, and when I was there, if I talked,
It's pronounced Chicago.
Chicago. So there's many different ways you can spin that ball. But when I was living there, the amount of times that I would just have to slow down and really enunciate my words, and then just basically bastardize my accent.
Yeah.
And so I just kind of got used to that, and then moved here, and it was more the same.
See, Tommy, it can be done.
Yeah. I was just going to say,
Slovaks.
Tommy should know more about
No,
that.
not to the Slovaks. Fuck that.
Yeah, but when I'm back home talking to the lads, it's right back in it.
So you can just kind of bring it back on if you want, or you have to be in the environment.
I could if I wanted to. Yeah, I could speak really thick Dublin
Can you
accent
please
right
do
now.
it throughout the whole show?
Tommy will pay you.
I am a huge fan of Irish and Scottish accents, and the reason is when I moved here, it was the Manitoban English was very easy for me to understand. In Toronto, I had a hard time at the airport, but in Manitoba, I found this English is the cleanest. But when I studied English and back home in Slovakia, it was British English.
Oh, okay.
Fucking hated it. And then so I moved here, and then my in-laws were watching the Coronation Street.
Yeah, Coronation Street.
And then I'm just like, fuck, I don't understand half the shit they're saying, But then as I was I think it was 3 or 4 months being living here, started understanding the accent, and I was like, oh my god, it's so fucking hilarious. I love it. I'm
There's nothing hilarious about Coronation Street. That's the most depressing show.
No, I know,
That's
but
probably
I know,
ever been
but-
made.
but I
been
love-
on for 30 years, and there's not been a a single positive storyline.
I know, but I just like the accents, right? Like I was literally enjoying the fucking show.
You know what?
So you're just laughing at their accents. You're a racist.
Yeah, I'm enjoying laughing with them.
I used to have a British singer, and his brother would come party with us or whatever, and he would, like, just at the drop of a dime, he would be talking like this to me and then turn to his brother and start speaking an accent.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
and he was like, yeah, it's kind of like a respect thing, like, you know, he speaks to his parents that way,
Yeah.
and then, but when he's speaking to us, it's with his Canadian accent.
Wow. Yeah.
He's been here since he was 8 years old, but
Yeah. No, I just there's in Scottish I still can't understand what they're saying, but but I still enjoy it. Like
It's not oatmeal, it's crap.
I don't think that's Scottish. I think that's just Fat Bastard's accent.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so let's. Why don't we talk about what you really do? Like, what do you? So other than
What are you here for?
not about your day job,
Right.
but so you're a DJ. How did you get into it? Like, was it just something that you started playing around with, or you have like an idol and you're like, I fucking want to do this? And
Kind of almost fell into it in a way. I always loved music, even when I was like too young to buy my own music. My parents used to have their own music. I had an older brother, he listened to his music. I had an older sister, she was into what she was into. My second brother, he was into, and they all had different tastes of music, so I just absorbed it all. And I just loved music. And then kind of the one that I got into by myself that wasn't anybody in my family was kind of like, I was going to say hip hop, but it was like rap. Like I watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the first movie, not the one Vanilla Ice, the first one. And I got the soundtrack on tape somehow, and I just listened to it over and over and over.
Well.
Yeah. And then I heard it got some MC Hammer. I got like, Adam's Family Groove and stuff like this. And then slowly it was like, oh, Ice Cube, NWA exists. Okay,
Yeah.
what else is out there, And so I had a friend in school, and we used to have an hour lunch in school, so we could go home or whatever. And I used to go to different friends' houses because I lived a little too far to get home and back in the hour. But I'd borrow someone's bike or whatever, and I'd go to someone's house and we'd eat quick. There's one particular friend had turntables before anyone else that I knew had turntables, and we would just scratch it up. And
was it like a single or was it actual double?
Oh, he had the set with the mixer and everything, yeah. And he had at the time like pretty decent, like golden era 90s hip hop stuff. And I used to give him tapes. He'd record stuff for me. I would get tapes from another group of people, and we'd just swap tapes around, and all like Biggie Smalls, Fugees, all this stuff.
Nice.
And then, after about a couple months of this, I was like, my birthday's coming up. And my birthday's pretty close to Christmas. Maybe I can combine the two.
Yeah, spend more, yeah.
Exactly. And then get my parents to buy me a set of turntables.
Because there's always a price limit, right? Usually, like, I know
Yeah.
my parents would never go over like $50 or whatever for my birthday present, right? It's
Well,
like,
yeah. And there was 5 of us kids,
Yeah.
so it's like your budget's even smaller, right?
Yeah.
So get them to combine it. And it just so happened that my cousin had a friend who was more into like the clubbing rave stuff and whatever. He was selling a set of turntables and a mixer. And at the time, you're buying your first whatever. You don't know what's good, what's not. These ones were pretty shitty turntables. But
As it turns out.
yeah, the revolution, right? But as it,
all these puns.
yeah, sorry.
No,
But
Just getting started.
yeah, I know when you said 33rd episode, I was like, that's apt. But yeah, so it was enough to get me going to start building my own collection, get my records, and being able to at least listen to them. The problem with these turntables, they were belt drive. You just could not scratch, which was one of the main reasons I wanted turntables. Like, I want to scratch. you know?
Yeah.
But I couldn't with these ones. So what I ended up doing was working summer jobs and this, that, whatever. I was able to keep the mixer. The mixer wasn't a great mixer. It was enough to get me,
Yeah.
And then I was able to buy myself my own set of turntables, the ones that I still have to this day, my Technics.
And I was going to say, that's something we should clarify is to this day, you are still a vinyl DJ, not a DJ in the sense of like...
I got a notebook.
You have an
and
iPad.
MP3 player.
And, yeah,
Press shuffle.
Because you know what, that takes skill too. Like I have a buddy of mine that he's a DJ. He does.
But it's
like,
a different different art.
But
altogether.
exactly, absolutely. Like I think it takes way more skill to do what you do, for sure.
Yeah, I've been
to
to record sales with him, and like you think you know what you're doing, eh? And you go and you pick out 5 or 6, things. And then we go sit at the table afterwards, and I'm like, "Look what I got!" And he's like, "Man, I'd have given you that. I got 3 of those." And that's a common. Oh, you got ripped off there.
You know what? When I opened my restaurant, we because it was music themed, we had like these little 45s that were melted down to look like creamer dishes.
Ooh.
Yeah, but they were, like old and
See, that's what people
whatever.
think, but they're still, as long as
Fair enough.
If the record is still playable, it is still useful. There
Okay.
could be like one chord on there. That
It
you could
was
sample.
useful. It became a creamer dish. and so anyway,
That's like saying
so
that's
anyway,
okay. That's like saying burning a book is useful. I got heat out of it.
whatever.
Like
This
That's
house
how I
is
feel
pretty
about
cold right now. Anyway, so we got 8 books.
I like this.
But anyway,
okay, go with
so
your story.
she had this one. It was red. Like the person who made them, she had this red one, and I went, "Holy fuck! I have Purple Rain, and it's purple. I forgot all about it. Like it's with all my vinyls." So I went home, and I dug it out.
Cream would look so good against
No,
purple.
Did you melt it down?
No, I dug it out to show her, and then we started looking at like all these old singles and stuff like that I used to have. And 45 minutes later, she sent me a message that Prince had died. So I have it hanging up on my wall now, and I call it the record that killed Prince.
Because he thought, like, he knew that you were going to melt it down.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
He's like, not while I'm alive.
He did the Ned
No, it
Flanders
was
scream.
It
and
was just that. It was just that the red one.
So this guy here, this guy right there, right there, he's responsible for Prince's death.
Yeah, I take full responsibility for that.
Are you his doctor that prescribed him that whatever concoction?
I work in
Fentanyl?
healthcare.
The plot thickens.
I didn't then.
So you mentioned that your first turntables were shitty. So
Yeah.
what makes a turntable shitty or good for scratching?
So it helps to have a set of Technics. No, they just have to have a stable platter, like which is you put the record on,
Okay.
right? So the ones that I had were belt drive, the original set,
Yeah.
and if you have one of these home stereo ones, they're usually on springs to kind of absorb.
Do you want me to pull one out so we can show them?
No, we're good.
Yeah, they know how to use Google. They're kind of on springs to help absorb like people stomping around the room and stuff like that.
Okay.
Whereas the ones that are good for scratching, all the absorption is in the feet and the
okay.
platter itself. So if you touch down on the platter, it's not going to move relative to the table itself.
Okay.
So that's one thing. Having good needles, good tone arm is good as well. Having the balance on the weight properly.
Yeah.
And then having slip mats underneath as well. I mean, these are all, like, you can do all this with crappy turntables,
Yeah.
the slip mats and all stuff like that. So what I did on my original old crappy set was there's usually like a screw that you can kind of adjust how springy it is, and I would adjust them both down to the like no springiness, but you still need a little bit of springiness, otherwise it'll like not spin properly. So
Okay.
you can take a little bit of that, so that if you like take your hand off it, it's not going to jump
Yeah.
as much. And so, but yeah, it wasn't good for like doing what I wanted to do, because this is back in the day when like the DMCs, I don't know if you guys know what the DMCs are. It's basically like a DJ championship that people like Qbert and all, like DJ Craze and all, would, Shortcut, Invisible Scratch Pickles, this kind of stuff. All these guys were doing all these tricks and all this stuff, and I was into it, like back buying VHS tapes from friends of mine, like someone to bring back something from London, and you're like, oh, I need to get this, copy the DMCs. Because this was kind of before the internet. Well, the internet was like a baby.
That's what I miss about like music back in the day, was the whole bootleg scene, and like you know, wanting to get your hands on that copy of something you heard,
right?
And doing everything you could to try to source it out. I remember actually, I think the first time I ran into that situation was back in the day. There used to be this Weird Al Yankovic did a reading of Peter and the Wolf.
Oh,
and it was a super rare album. You could barely find it in Canada, and like just super, super rare. But my music teacher in elementary school had it, and he would play it for class because it had the flute part, the do and all
Classic.
that.
Yep.
Yeah, but it was Weird Al narrating it, and it was just ridiculous as hell. It was Weird Al.
Yeah.
And I searched my entire childhood for that album, and eventually did find a bootleg of it, and ended up borrowing it for a weekend so I could take it home and tape it on my own tape
With
deck.
high-speed dubbing.
And reduce the quality 60%, but at least I had my copy.
Yeah.
And I mean, now you can just Spotify, there it is.
Yeah.
And it's cool. It's super cool that you can have that access.
Yeah.
But it takes away from that thrill of the hunt.
We had a drawer
used
full
to
of cassettes, and every time somebody wanted a cassette that I had to borrow it, I would just have a little notepad and just put the name down and the date, okay, and then it's monthly, motherfucker, it's still there.
This is the collection company. You have my audio cassette.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of you if I don't have it by
It's
tomorrow.
like an audio library, basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lending out the sounds. That's cool.
And then we got the double deck, and then I would just make a copy. Bring an old cassette or a brand new one, and I'll just make you a copy.
But you know what I find? Music media holds up so much better than video media. I had a massive DVD collection that is not worth 25 cents right now, and I have some super special edition, this and that, and fucking nobody cares.
Yeah, I started collecting the Blu-rays.
Musical people will actually appreciate getting an audio cassette or even a CD in certain circumstances, because some bands, that's kind of where their
cassettes are coming back.
Era cassettes have
Slowly.
come back as they're starting to actually sell them again in Sunrise Records and stuff like that. And it actually started probably 4 or 5 years ago as a fashion trend over in Japan. People were wearing the Walkmans again and stuff
fuck.
that,
Speaking of,
I still have my old Walkman. I use it when I mow the lawn because I can't get Wi-Fi through the whole yard, so I can't listen to Spotify while mowing my lawn. So I use my Walkman. I listen to the fucking radio.
So don't ask me how I know this, because whatever. But in prisons, tapes was the media of choice.
Yeah.
Mainly because you can't snap a tape and make a stabbing with a CD. You can easily stab somebody with
I don't know. I could probably make it.
I mean,
not easily, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that it's see-through, and so
So now the real question is, how do you know it?
I saw it on YouTube.
The internet's a wonderful
I was
place.
watching a thing about tapes, and I'm,
Nothing to do with Irish roots. It's strictly a YouTube thing.
But speaking of Walkmans, have you seen the new Walkman?
No.
Yeah, it's basically
Bring it up on
a smartphone.
The internets. We have that stuff
Actually,
now.
Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
Back in the
But
day,
yeah.
we had to ask friends for 6 weeks before somebody had a magazine. Now, boom,
Right?
type it. And people are still too lazy.
yeah.
But yeah, no, it's there's. I
What,
saw
why,
this,
why is it that people will type questions into? Oh, people will type in a question.
Hold on, sorry.
Is this me talking that's making
No,
a bleep?
No, it's just
Error.
Every time I speak, I'm being censored here. It's the accent, isn't it?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I lost my thought. No, yeah, people will spend the time and effort to type a question into Facebook when they could have just typed it into Google
That
or
drives
whatever.
me insane when I see that. When people are like, does anybody know this? And it's like, you literally could have typed that same question
Exactly
into
the same
Google
yeah.
and had an instant answer.
Mm-hmm. My favorite ones on query page is when people are like, how's the highway? We're in Manitoba. We got 511.
Okay, so this is
Okay,
a new,
I will argue that because 511 only updates once every 12 and a half hours. So
Oh wow.
so this is the new
I take my
Walkman.
chances.
Okay.
it looks like a
It's-
cell
it's-
phone.
Yeah, it's basically
It's a digital Walkman.
and like an MP3 player technically.
Yeah.
But guess the price:
I don't want it. Probably
$600.
$7.99.
$478.
Ooh.
Not worth it.
Like, here, I'll just.
I have,
Oh, but
I
it
have,
has Google Maps.
I have the same quality right here.
Well, exactly. Like, who the fuck?
Not even joking.
mean,
yeah.
You know, like it's literally a.
It's a cell phone without a phone. is what it is.
Yeah.
It's what exactly it's an iPod.
Yeah, and I just can't believe that this is coming out now and people are buying this shit.
They're not gonna.
It's not an
It's
iPod.
gonna crash.
It's not an iPod. It's not Apple. It's Walkman.
Yeah, it's Walkman. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a Sony iPod is what it freaking is.
but yeah, I was like,
There's no need for it. Like, okay, so what's the capacity of it? Is it like a terabyte or something?
Does it have some sort of like insane audio processor that's
high resolution audio compatible.
Okay, so it'll play FLAC files, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, it needs to have a huge capacity, like otherwise it's not worth it.
Curious, yeah. Let's see. 16 gigs.
That is pathetic.
That's very pathetic.
comes with a Tidal subscription?
Android 9.0
That is pathetic.
operating system, 4 processors. But there's an SD slot, so I think you
can
just
at
buy
least-
the SD
Yeah,
card.
but
and-
same with my phone. And
But
that's
yeah,
what I
exactly,
do. That's
like-
what I do. I have like 512 gigs of music.
And a phone
phone.
isn't like exponentially more expensive either.
Right.
So-
But you're going to be carrying a phone. Now you got to carry this other thing that's the same size
Right?
as
Yeah,
a phone.
it makes no sense. Unless it comes with a clip and you put it on your belt.
Oh, then you're super cool. Then you're uber cool.
Well, maybe it's for
You might as well
everyone
just
knows.
stuff
You know
it
what
in your
it's-
fanny
it's
pack
probably-
at that point.
what it probably is. It's for people with the iPhones that don't have the expandable memory, so they need something like that so they
Yeah,
can store their
I guess
music.
so.
Just get a Samsung.
Well, if they're stupid,
Guy,
you know what?
preaching
If,
to the
they're,
choir, buddy.
if you're stupid enough to buy an iPhone, you're stupid enough to get a Walkman too.
If
You know
it's
what?
Fair statement.
Is it compatible with those AirPods? Because if not, like nobody wants to be seen without their AirPods.
Yeah.
Those Apple people, they don't want to be seen without those AirPods.
Right? Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's an Android operating system, so
Maybe they'll have
I looked
like
at the
a
picture for
mock
AirPods and I
of
already
it.
lost one. Like,
Yeah.
I can't deal with that shit.
But yeah, it's funny that I just saw it. I was like, I couldn't believe that they're coming back, like with basically an MP3 player.
it's like 2 decades too late.
Yeah. Actually, it's funny. I'm cleaning out my basement. I found my old MP3 player, 128 megabytes. Oh yeah. I could fit only like 20 songs on there or so, which was pretty cool. I mean, it was
If
like
you had it
I
down
would
to
put on an
MP3,
album
you'd
and
have
then
probably
listen
gotten
to
200
it.
to 300.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was it's funny. I was like, oh, cool, garbage. I just literally threw it out.
I remember like when MP3 players were a thing and then they were just kind of starting to evolve out. Like my dad bought one of like the first generation ones. It was a Sony Walkman, actually. It was a little tiny
Yeah, I remember
circular
them. Yep.
thing. And so I had kids down the road, and by this point cell phones had
left
come
them there?
out. And
No, he just knocked up some girl down the road and just walked away.
No, kids, a couple of girls.
Yeah.
so by this point,
He was the
cell
neighborhood
phones had
creep.
come out, and like everyone had their music on their cell phones and stuff. So my dad thought he would be nice and give my kid an MP3 player. So like when we were in the car and stuff, he could just listen to music. And so I was like, "Cool, thanks, Dad." And so my kid used to just sit in the back of the car listening to this thing. And like one day I was like, "Oh, why don't we plug this into the aux thing? We'll like listen to it on the stereo." First song that comes on, Afro Man, Because I Got High. And my kid's like, "Oh, I like this one." And he was like 4.5 years old. And I was just like, "Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
Real pro here. Thanks."
Who put the tunes on for him?
My dad.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
It was my dad's playlist.
He's got a taste.
My
Okay.
dad likes Afro Man, apparently.
Yeah.
So when it comes to like DJ, what's the like DJing? Would that be-
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So
The
like,
verb.
yeah. True immigrant.
See,
No,
he
that's-
gets it.
I'm very patient with people whose English is not their first language, so don't worry.
Or second,
My-
or third.
I live with one, so
But where I don't even know where I would go see a DJ. Would it be just do you guys play in clubs, or do you actually put on a show where you make your own music? Like how does I don't know anything about that world at all.
okay. So it varies. Sometimes there's events like people are putting on like an art show or something. They want to have just music in the background. Other times it's like a wedding. I've got a wedding coming up
Okay.
to do. There's an underground rave that I'm going to be playing in 2 weeks. I played a bar last week. There's another bar I'm playing on Friday. So there's lots of opportunities. I mean, and it feels like there's an explosion of opportunities since COVID is basically on its way out the door.
Yeah, everything's opening up.
Yeah, and people are just dying to socialize again. Like
But-
not dying, but
But are the promoters being fair about it? Because I've heard a lot that like promoters are still trying to like offer the same kind of like shit that they were offering back during the pandemic when they were like, oh, you know, we can't quite afford all of this, and now like people got used to getting paid that, and so they're just like, okay,
Yeah.
so we got a show on, this is the pay.
Brett, what's my job?
yeah. Well,
You can both answer the question.
promoter's gonna promote. So like there's always gonna be shady promoters. But I'm getting some fair deals, so I can't speak for everyone, you know.
That's good. Dag, your comment?
I do the best I can.
Well,
You know what? I don't think it's so much the promoters as much as venues themselves.
Yeah.
That are the ones stereotypically.
I just
being
think of
accused
like
this.
these fucking like balding fucking wife beater wearing overweight fucking promoters that like come walking out of their office smoking a cigar and they're just like,
Are you talking about the
"You want
greens?
some money?" What's
Are
that?
you talking about the greens from the zoo?
No,
They
I
were
would-
actually very good.
Yeah,
No, but yeah, like I talked about this before that I hate the fact that venues are charging for bands or promoters to put on a show, because you know what?
Yeah.
To me, a venue, you're gonna give your space to the promoter or the bands, because it's up to those or like DJs. You know, it's up
Yep.
to you guys to bring people in, right? And then people come in, and the venue will make money off sales.
Yeah.
I feel like as a promoter, I feel like venues should be helping the promoter pay these bands,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
Like the
and promote the shows.
yeah.
Definitely.
That's one thing I've seen a lot of is venues that just they're more than happy to
Promote their own shows.
negotiate a show with you, but when it comes to actually promoting that show that you've booked through them,
Yeah.
they don't necessarily want to even just make a couple Facebook posts or
Yeah.
something like that, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
No, yeah, it's I've ran into. I actually had only one promoter, and shout out to Greg Dwornik. He was always fair. He never charged us for the venue, whatever venue he was running. Whatever venue he was running on his own, he never charged us anything, because he knew, like, punk shows, metal shows, there's always beer sales. And actually, I've heard from, I'm not going to mention names, but I've heard that when they put on rave shows, they barely made any money because everyone's drinking water.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Yeah,
And whereas, like, you can have a sold out show, and it's like, you know, the bar sales are very minimal.
Right.
And you can have like 50 people at a metal show or a punk show and just through the
clean
roof.
up.
Yeah, exactly. Like, run out a few beers, you know. And
Well, that's why some of the rave shows, the more electronic music shows, ticket prices might be a bit higher.
that's right.
But you're not going to spend $50, $60 on alcohol. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You spend money on drugs beforehand.
Yeah, probably. I don't, but
Yeah.
some people do.
Reap from it is,
But
is
yeah,
the
it's-
ultimate.
even you think cost though. Like, there's a venue in Brandon that I'll sometimes use, and like it's kind of like at the top
40?
of the hill in
Oh,
Brandon.
wait, we can't,
no,
can't use names anyways.
no, it's not the 40. It's not the beep. No, it's at the top of the hill though, and so it's like just kind of like on the edge of Brandon,
Yeah.
and you know, like if you're gonna cab there, you're looking at like $10 from anywhere in Brandon, at least $10 to cab there, $10 to cab back. The buses stop running at 11, so you have to cab at least back. You pay your entry $10 to $15. You buy drinks. Each drink is about $6.
Yeah.
You know, and you want to buy merch to support the bands. Like, you're looking at easily $150 night
Yeah.
to
To go to a simple show.
yeah, and that's like a local show,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? Whereas, you know, like, yeah, so I mean, like, that's kind of crappy. We don't pay for that stage. I would never pay for that stage.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's kind of the trade-off is like they get the drink sales.
Well, and I think that's going to be the trend is artists are going to start finding the venues that are just happy to have the music in their house, you know, and not be so concerned about what the end amount of dollars they can make off of it. They're just going to say, this is going to bring a few more people in my door that night. Yeah, use that corner of my room.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's also if you can kind of bring like a seed of people in there, and people are going past and they say, "Oh, there's people in there." People attract people, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So if there's like just no music, or they're playing like twangy country music, and no one's in there, then no one else is gonna go in there. But if there's already people there, you can see they're having a good time. They're having, you know, then more people will show.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So when you mentioned that you do weddings, you know, and socials, like, so
not so much social.
Okay,
I have done.
Okay,
but
so basically, like, you would be playing like almost like bar music, right? And then, well,
I know what you mean.
Does it? I'd say it depends on the client.
well, yeah,
request.
exactly.
it does.
But like, so my question is, do you ever like just like throw in a couple scratches here and there?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Did you get like a response where like, holy shit, do more of that?
Towards the end of the night, definitely.
Okay, nice. Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't think you're gonna catch him doing as much as the like "Don't Stop Believin'" kind of.
I have a no journey policy.
No journey.
Shit.
Yeah, I actually had a show. I got a New Year's gig downtown.
And only Spice Girls B-sides.
Mashups work as well.
Yeah.
Dubstep
fair enough.
mashups of Spice Girls always go down. No, but so I was in like pretty balls deep in a funk set, and this guy comes up and he's kind of tipsy drunk or whatever. He's like, "Oh yeah, have you got any Journey?" And I just stared. I'm like, "Are you serious?" Right now?" And then he saw how like
just deadpan
yeah,
stare, right?
he saw how I was getting, and he was like, "Oh, it's not for me, it's for her." Like pointing at this pretty, you know, decent looking chick, his girlfriend or whatever. I'm like, it's not for her.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
You just wanted to sing it in front of her.
If she really wanted it to be played, she would have came over.
You know what you should have pulled? Name 3 songs.
That's my go-to.
If you can name 3 songs, I'll think about playing it.
But it has to be 3 Journey songs.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't even know if he's right or wrong anyway.
That's right.
Fuck Journey.
No, wrong. He's like, what do you mean wrong? No,
You know,
you're wrong.
Papa McDjango and
Yeah.
Just gotta go.
Aliens in the Night and
So I don't know.
Guitars on Mars. And Norman's just like, sure, bro.
So I don't know
Probably
many DJs by name.
Okay.
I only know one other DJ from Winnipeg. His name is DJ Bunny.
Oh yeah, everyone knows Bunny.
Everyone knows Bunny.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know about him at all until I met him in my in my neighbor's backyard.
We worked with it. He's actually one of the founders of Northern Touch as well.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep.
Like I walked over to my neighbor's house, and then it was his birthday party, and
He knows Fresh as well.
oh,
probably.
you know Fresh. Okay, yeah, Fresh was my neighbor, so walked over for a birthday party, and they had turntables and fucking speakers and everything, and then there's DJ Bunny just doing his thing.
Bunny is probably the Winnipeg old school DJ.
Oh, yeah,
he has been around since the 70s.
I mean, I can't fully speak in that because I wasn't here, but he puts videos up
Well,
on
you
YouTube.
look on Facebook.
Oh,
though,
yeah,
and,
that's what I'm saying. He
He's
puts-
constantly posting throwback videos and
Oh, yeah.
photos and stuff of like the Winnipeg scene
Yeah.
and like clubs that have been gone for 30 plus years.
Yeah.
And it's him as a 25-year-old, spinning in them.
Yeah, just a little mustache.
Oh, actually, yeah, I got a picture of him here,
Oh yeah,
or video.
His
He's just doing his thing, like.
yeah.
But anyways, yeah, it's good times. Like he's oh, sorry.
shut up.
He's pretty good.
Oh,
And
he's
then
awesome.
The other DJ I know is DJ Starscream from Slipknot,
Oh,
and he's
Sid
part of the
Wilson,
band,
yeah.
but he does like
yeah.
Sid Wilson. Yeah, he does his YouTube videos. Once
Is that
in a
the
while.
guy that looks like the weird fucking like
he's got the weird face now.
like he looks like he's from like a
That's
Legend
his.
of Zelda.
You know
or
what?
something
That
like
is his own face.
just melted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is his own face, because he said, what's fucking scarier than looking at your own face?
Yeah.
Expecting something scary, and then you put on a mask and it's
I
your
gotta
own face.
say again, Tommy and I went to Slipknot a few weeks back, and I'm not a Slipknot fan. Like, I can appreciate their music, but I've always respected their craft. It just wasn't my thing. Fuck, that was a good show. Holy
And like, to me,
shit.
like how they incorporate the scratching into crazy ass metal is unbelievable. And like,
New
really,
metal.
you can throw it into really anything.
Well,
you can thank
and
Limp
he's
Bizkit
got
for that.
a lot of fucking parts that are really hidden in there too. Like,
Yeah.
I was listening to it the other day, and Robin and I were driving down the road, and I had made a comment about like just how fucking, like how, because when Slipknot came out, I was like, why 9 fucking people?
Yeah.
Right? Like, I play in a fucking band with 5 fucking people. Why 9?
Yeah.
But then, like, when you start hearing the individual parts, it really breaks it down a lot. And like, Sid's got a lot of really good parts in there.
Yeah.
You know
And
what
when he's not mixing, he's running around the stage, entertaining and being a hype man.
It's a metal version of a jam band, is what it is. Because like you get the same thing with jam bands, where you have like a guy who's playing the drums, and someone who's playing the piano, and then someone who
playing
has
the
a
gun.
fucking
Horns
kazoo,
or
and
whatever,
someone has a horn, and someone has an accordion, and someone has a guitar, and it's just 13 different instruments, and everyone just
I've never done
makes
that
it
before.
all come together. Move to BC for a few years. Let me tell you.
Oh, here we go. Fucking BC again.
I did, however.
With that, why don't we take a pee break and come back quick?
Take a pee.
I'm gonna pee my pants.
Okay, go take a pee.
Yeah.
No, let's just make him laugh.
Punch him in the stomach.
Oh.
Sit on him.
Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. The Pizza Oven is dedicated to the highest quality pie that the whole family can enjoy. With their amazing sauce and the freshest ingredients, the Pizza Oven is here to provide quality and a great tasting pizza to Winnipeg and East St. Paul. They use a delicious blend of mozzarella cheese and make their pizza crust daily, both thick and thin, and their meats are proudly provided by Winnipeg Old Country. They're located at 1215 Henderson Highway, Unit D in Winnipeg. Call them today at 204-949-3000 because everyone's loving the Pizza Oven. And tell them the VIPod sent you by using promo code VIPod5 for 5% off of your order, and order online for an additional 5% off for a grand total of 10% off of your order.
We would like to take a moment to say a great big thank you to our lead sponsor, SafetyNet Studio, for bringing us to all major platforms under their banner. SafetyNet Studio is a boutique audio company. They produce podcasts, offer voice work, and create content for radio stations across North America. You can head to safetynetstudio.com and check out music news you can use that's covering the chart toppers and floppers. It's a daily 6 to 7 minute pod that keep you up to date with all your active rock and top 40 favorites. You can also hear music news you can use on your local radio station.
Badlands Promotions Inc. is a music production company based out of Portage La Prairie, Manitoba, Canada. They promote local shows, all ages, and 18+. They also offer a wide variety of services including concert promotions, tour bookings, merchandising, flyers, photo and video services, studio recording, EPK, and website building. Call Badlands Promotions Inc. at 204-595-0500. You can also email them at badlandspromotionsplap@gmail.com. VIPod is very excited to promote every Badlands Promotions Inc. show, so come out and support your local scene.
Brett's just talking dirty, and I'm like, I know what to do.
Well, the problem is,
Just give me a
I'm,
second.
I'm sick of looking at him, so I'm looking over here.
Yeah,
And
but
then
French
I'm
faces.
Then
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
sound like shit. I'm gonna have to cut you out.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have another one because I'm thirsty. Which
Yeah.
one?
Well, the Haze Bomb we've had before. Okay, so the other two beers I have here, these are both from Brazen. That one you're holding there, we did not have.
The Belgian ale we didn't have.
We did not have this one.
Well, then let's go with this
You
one.
want to try this one?
Did
This
you
is
have
a-
that at Bulldog?
This is a burnt
I mean, I'm pretty
orange.
sure I do, but we did have it on the show.
Oh,
Yeah, we had the brewer from Brazen
Yeah.
Hall here a couple weeks ago.
yeah.
We had the blonde.
I had to skip
and then-
through that episode.
We had we had the Haze Bomb. We had Gokstad.
That's right. That's what we had.
I've got another one.
Oh, you do? Okay. That's
Yeah,
all.
there's another one in the
Perfect.
fridge, so I can
right.
go grab it. Do you want to crush the rest of that, and I can top you up?
Not necessarily crush it, but whatever. I'm not trying to like inhale my alcohol. You know what I'm saying?
But
Shit.
give me 2 seconds. Let me just go grab the other one. So
Just go grab it.
Yeah. If it's sitting
Tommy,
there,
finish my sentence.
so
Fuck.
sounds about right.
Yeah. No,
We
but
had the guy from Brazen here.
yeah. So we had him here, and he brought a bunch of samples for us. And but yeah, this one was not one of them. There, yeah, exactly what he said. Yeah,
Because the Mike's probably picked it up.
yeah, totally. Yeah, yeah. One of them was Yarper. That was named after the owner's horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, the blonde one. The Gokstad was I think that was like a darker, like IPA type.
It's an ale. It's an amber, I think, isn't it?
Amber, yeah, it was an amber. And then yeah, he had they have like a special 4-pack right now that they made, and one of them is a raspberry one, which he didn't bring. Why didn't you bring the fucking raspberry one, asshole?
Didn't have that one.
Well, fuck.
Bullshit.
And then
Cut.
which one?
Steel cut.
Steel cut, sure.
Yarper.
Yeah, we already said that.
Conspiracy.
Yeah, sure. That one. Yeah,
Ether.
Ether. Oh yeah, Ether. Yeah, that's right. The Ether was the IPA one. And it was they were all really good beers, like very tasty beers, and I kind of knew that those are all going to be good beers because like I've known Jeremy for a few years now, and every single beer, like he really knows his beer, and like anything he ever made was fantastic. So
And yeah, he used to also work with Half Pints
Pints, yeah.
as well, so he's responsible for some of those recipes as well.
tasty.
Loads. But yeah, loads. Voxton. Voxton?
Sláinte.
Sláinte.
So
What? What?
That's Irish.
Irish.
Or
Yeah.
Gaelic?
Gaelic Irish. I mean, it's cheers basically.
How do you say it?
Sláinte.
Slaunch.
Yeah.
Like slauncher, or slaunch it.
Whatever helps you to remember.
Like,
Yeah.
Is there like a?
I think it's like
meaning?
SLANCE or something.
No,
is
it's SLAI FADA NTE. I think.
Oh, okay.
But so
Speaking of which, actually, I'm going to cut you off right here because I had a really cool Ireland factoid that I found.
Here we
and you know, just recently,
play cards
like,
together, Dak?
one of our regular listeners, and he's even been a guest on the show, Big Dave. In our Discord chat a while ago, posted himself with a cup that said Trivia King. But the handle was broken off, so I've been making fun of him that it's his broken crown, and he needs to reclaim it. And he thinks he's the best fact master. So I'm just going to start out facting him as much as I can, and
You're
I
just hoping
expect
that he calls in, yeah.
him to call the confession booth,
Yeah.
and shoot another fact back at me, and I'll just keep facting back.
Yeah, but you guys are both kind of cheating because if you have to Google shit, then I can come up with random facts too. Anyways, go ahead.
Dublin. Do you know where the name comes from?
a couple of different places. So, are you talking? Originally, it was called Dove Lynn, which means black pool.
Yes, that was the story I was getting at.
Okay. Well then,
Impressed.
yes.
Can't outsmart
Well,
me.
I want to hear your take on it, and then I want to see how it matches up with what the story I read was.
My take on it. I mean, that's about it. I just told you what it is.
So what it was from the story I read, the Black Pool.
Okay.
The reason it was called that was it was they had built Castle Dublin, and they had built a stronghold there because there was this pool in front that looked like it was basically just a pond that soldiers would be able to cross through on foot and with their horses and everything like that. When in reality, it was very boggy mud. So when they crossed into that, everyone would get stuck, and the people in the castle could literally just have free range and plop, 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 take care of everybody. So that is why Castle Dublin was built at where it was and stayed where it was and was so successful.
That's pretty good. Yeah, no, I didn't know that. But we call it Dublin Castle, not Castle Dublin. But I know what you're talking about.
I thought it sounded so much cooler when I said it opposite.
Yeah. Definitely
Hey, I
sounds
learned
different.
something. I'm happy if I learn one thing a day.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
grandma used to
everyone
always
does.
say that. You learn something new every day. And I'm like, I wish.
But you
know,
do.
like,
You do, though.
should.
You do.
You
do.
should.
Even if it's a minuscule thing,
Yeah.
you do.
I learned a whole lot about opossums, and now I really want one.
Oh, they're so
I was
cool.
I was talking about it in Discord one day a little while ago, but yeah.
Nobody paid attention.
No, what? Yeah, there was a
With the lady
conversation.
with the one on the bus, is that where I saw that video where a lady brought a possum on a bus, just like in her fucking...
No,
like,
I didn't post it, but somebody
well,
might
apparently
have.
I just watch other possum videos on.
No, they're interesting.
Okay, so you said opossum and you said possum. Is there a difference?
No.
No.
Flammable,
Opossum-
inflammable? Same?
Yeah.
A possum is technically correct.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Americans are lazy.
Yeah.
And it's too hard to put
Shots
letters
fired!
beside each other. too hard to put letters beside each other that are hard to say, so we just cut it out.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Do you have
that's...
another fact? Might as well keep going.
Just
Get it out of the way.
We'll get there. I'm sure I have. Let me get back to my show notes. I probably have a few facts in there. Cinco de Mayo. That's happening. That's a
There's nothing
fact.
to do with Ireland.
No, that's a fact though. Because I'm
Isn't
actually off by a day.
Cinco
Cinco de Mayo
2
is
days.
Thursday. It's on Thursday.
Tuesdays.
And we don't celebrate-
It's Friday.
May 4th.
Cinco de Mayo is May 5th.
Yeah, it's 5th.
Yeah.
Cinco's.
May
Yeah.
the 5th.
Yeah, that's Thursday.
Is it Thursday?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't celebrate May 4th though.
Oh, fuck, today's Tuesday.
Have you ever heard the real story of Cinco de Mayo? This is a fact for
Do
you.
we really want to know that?
You probably do. Give me 2 seconds,
I know.
and I'll have
It's
it.
just like I fucking hate these. Like, okay. Before you get to it, how do you feel about St. Patty's Day?
Oh no, man! You
Shut
think
up.
you hate me now? Wait till I read this story.
First of all, you get bonus points, or at least you don't get negative points for saying St. Patty's Day, because that is incorrect. You said St.
Patty?
Patty's Day with the D, which is
Yeah.
100% correct.
Yeah,
So
St. Patty's Day.
So
yeah.
well done for that one.
Padrig?
Well, Patrick, St. Padraig, Paddy.
Paddy, yeah.
Paddy's just a short name for Patrick.
It's like a religious holiday in Ireland, isn't it?
I'm not religious, but it's. I think it's it's an
like
official
Christmas,
holiday.
right? Like Christmas is a religious holiday, and
I don't think it's
But
a.
It's a day off, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah,
like I
it
heard
is a
that
holiday,
somebody-
but it's the guy that got the snakes out of Ireland or something, isn't it?
Supposedly.
that's whacking day.
So we drink
Yeah,
beer.
yeah.
No, but like,
that was
so-
Barry White.
Like, I just, I hate these kind of holidays.
Some
here
guy got drunk, chased a bunch of snakes. Now we drink.
because
Green beer. Let's
like,
go.
oh,
And he wasn't even Irish. He wasn't.
But it's just like, oh, St. Patty's Day, let's get drunk. It's like, well, I don't really need an excuse or a holiday to have drinks. Like, I fucking hate that. Everyone goes crazy. Like, but to me, isn't that like a little maybe like offensive or
Well-
derogatory that like
Derogatory.
that everyone's like, oh, like wearing green and talking about leprechauns and like
Everyone claims to be Irish on that day. And
yeah.
I don't really mind it too much. I don't take offense to it. To me, it's like it brings awareness to what Ireland is and what it's about, or some of what it's about. And people that want to can dig a bit deeper. And lots of people like, oh, it's so green. I want to go there someday. And every time anyone says that to me, I say you should.
And,
You should do it.
and the thing is, where do you draw the line between cultural appropriation and cultural appreciation? Like, there has to be an ability for
This is
people.
a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna just cut that?
Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna cut it. You just made yourself look stupid.
Ouch! I wasn't trying to do that. I'm not trying to
I
throw
will.
you under the
I will,
bus.
yeah, we throw each other under the bus all the time.
Yeah,
so.
that's basically the point of the show.
But I guess we kind of derailed from the DJ talk to Irish talk because I don't know why.
alright.
But like, I mean,
That's
it's
okay.
it's still you're our main guest. Dag's just an extra.
I didn't
fucking-
even get to
Yeah,
tell
I
the
just-
Cinco de Mayo story.
I was like, I'm coming Tuesday.
I don't mind.
But yeah, so you've mentioned that there's an event this Friday coming up, which is
Yeah.
when you guys listen to the audio versions today, actually.
Yeah, okay. So it's on Albert Street. There's a bar called Cordova. They do tapas as well. Great selection of Belgian beers, actually. We're drinking a Belgian beer right now. Yeah, it's a lovely little place. No cover, so that's always good too. And they're open from, I don't know, like 8 till 8, basically. It's me and Brent Phillips. And yeah.
It's so satisfying to hear someone named Brent get mistaken as Brett, because I get called Brent like 37 times a day.
Pipe down,
You mean
Brent.
Brensky. You mean
Yeah,
Brensky.
Brensky.
Pipe down, Brent.
Well, I know like 3 Bretts, and he's the only Brent I know. So that's why sometimes I slip and say Brett. But anyway, they've been doing it before COVID, they would do First Fridays there. It's called Bodega Boogie. They would do First Fridays there for, I don't know, a couple of years. And this is going to be my first one. I've been to it a couple of times, but this is my first one DJing at it. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's, the whole thing, like Bodega Boogie is all about like bringing the funk, bringing boogie, bringing like disco, and just
I fucking love disco.
good vibes.
I thought you were going to say I love bodegas.
Yeah,
No, like boogie and disco, like really, like that's when I have like just few drinks where I'm like I'm in a really good mood. It
Yeah.
just moves my body, man.
It's
And I probably
universal.
look really
To this
stupid.
day, I
It's
can't hear the
universal.
word bodega without thinking of the scene in
Thurgood?
Half Baked.
They're good. Bodegas.
Say it with me now. Bodegas.
No, but I get that because like even when I was working in kitchens, that's how it was. Like we never played like Power 97 or anything like that. We would play like the dance stations and stuff because
The
that's how
university.
that's how we would pump out the best plates.
Yeah.
Because we would. But then like there was a girl that worked at front desk of this one hotel I worked at, and they had like they had cameras all throughout the kitchen entrances and stuff like that, so you could kind of see like the line work. And she said it was just funny because like there's no sound, and like she'd be serving a customer and the customer would just be being a dink, and she would look up at any given fucking time and she would see like all me and the 2 chefs I work with drop our knives and just start dancing away.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
She said it made it pretty bearable to get through the days.
Yeah, absolutely.
No kidding. But so, are you the only DJ that's playing, or there's going to be like multiple ones?
just
where you...
myself and Brent.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it right that time. So yeah, we'll be switching on and off. Probably, I don't know, every half hour, 45 minutes, whatever.
Okay. Is that a normal thing that you show up like with at least 2 people or more, where you can kind of take breaks and switch it up? Because I guess it's continuous music, right?
Yeah, exactly. There's no like with bands, the band plays and then they stop and then they just play a CD until the next band comes on or whatever. No, we're just straight music all the way through.
Yeah.
And it does that. Like I've done nights myself, and it can be a lot of work. You got to bring a lot of extra records, but it's nice to have someone to take especially if you're inviting a lot of friends and stuff. It's nice to have a break so you can go and chat with them for a little while. And
There's nothing worse than when you're like, hey, everybody, come on out, and then you're just like
you're not even socializing.
busy the whole night. Like you don't even get to say hi to them.
Yeah.
You like look up and you're like,
Well, so
That's all
that's
I
the
got.
thing. So, what is your normal process? I assume you play a song, right? And while that's playing, you're getting the next one ready, right?
Well, let me go
he's mixing
way back.
probably.
Let me go back because I'm DJing Friday, which to listeners is today. But yesterday I was in my basement going through records, picking them out, mentally sort of putting tracks together already. So even before I get to the place, I'm kind of getting a feel of what kind of a crowd's going to be there, what the music is. So, because like you said, I do weddings and stuff as well. That's a whole different crate.
Yeah.
Bar Italia is going to be like reggae and other vibes. Like, so it just depends. You need to know ahead of time, obviously, because you can only bring a finite amount of records. And
And if you've
so-
ever seen his like actual
I
record
haven't.
room, I know you haven't, but I have. It's wall to wall, floor
well,
to ceiling.
I was gonna say, like, I was gonna actually ask you, like, you must have like thousands of records.
Yeah, I do.
Do you have them organized like alphabetically or like,
Hell no.
or
No.
is it by genre at all?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Because so basically the reason I just wouldn't be able to do it alphabetically is because when I finish doing a set and then maybe like say I come back on a Wednesday night and I've got another gig on Friday, there's no time between that time to put them back where they should go.
Yeah.
So as long as it's in the rough section, like this is the funk section, this is the hip hop section, this is the reggae section. As long as it goes back in the rough section, that's good enough for me.
And I assume by now, like, you also almost like remember the color codes of maybe some records where it's just like you're looking for that one
you get to remember
record.
the spines.
Yeah, and it's just like, okay, yeah, it's that looks like okay, that's the one I was looking for.
I think anybody can write with tapes or CDs or anything.
Yeah.
Anybody who's collected music to any extent, you get to know certain spines where like you can just see it out of the corner of your eye and know what album that is. Just be like, that's the one I'm looking for.
Certain ones, but the problem with records, if you have the plastic on them, it obscures it a little bit. Sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
But,
I can see that.
So during the pandemic, I wasn't DJing very much. I was buying records, but I wasn't DJing very much. So I wasn't really like going through my records all that often. And I would forget where certain ones were.
Yeah.
But when I'm DJing regularly, especially if I'm doing the same genre regularly, I'll just remember, I remember 3 weeks ago it was down here. And then I'll know it was in this
roughly.
rough.
Yeah,
I can narrow it
just
down.
do the finger thing, just go through. Yeah,
and then look for the color, like you're saying. Yeah.
So I was just gonna say, like, because I remember, like, when we with my band Inflicted, we went to the radio station. There's the hat. We went for a quick interview before our second CD release. We walked in there. Now they use CDs there, but they had like literally walls of CDs and they had a couple shelves like in between, but they had it alphabetically like there. But I assume, well, they also have staff that maybe they do that. I don't know, but like it's. I was just like, holy crap, thinking the same thing. I'm like, to organize this
and keep it organized.
Like, you know, it takes one asshole to fuck it all up, right? It's like, oh, where's that CD? I was looking for it.
Well, and that's why you kind of got to pick your own method, I assume, right? Everyone has their own organized.
Well, you're the only one that goes in there.
I'm the same way. Like I in certain ways in my house can be very messy, but to me, when I need something, bang, I know exactly where it is. Whereas when I have a person around who's cleaning and stuff like that, then sometimes it's like, well, I expected this to be right here. Where is it? Well, it's been put away. Where's it been put away? I don't know, probably somewhere applicable. And then it's like, well,
it doesn't.
In my mind, I already knew it was here, though. Like it organized chaos.
But even in his line of work, like as a DJ, like you don't. He's right. You don't have time. All of my shit, my fucking DVDs, my CDs, everything, they're all in alphabetical order because in my mind it's completely opposite is there's not enough time in the fucking day to be looking for something, right? But like I do
the name, so you just look up the letter,
right?
Bam.
Yeah, and for me that makes it easier, right? But I totally get it. Like it, that's probably the best way I would be able to do it is just like genre basis, because that is such an intense thing. It's like, track on right away looking for the other one just to be prepared, and
well, and that's
finding and you're doing other shit at the same time
having a collection is one thing, because again, like you said,
Talking
alphabetical,
to
easy.
microphone.
You think about what you want to do. I am talking to him. You think about what you want to do, and then or what you want to listen to, and then you go to the letter, and there it is. But when you're having to do it on a nightly basis and having to theme it out the way that he's doing, it definitely makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, and I was like more referring to like Tommy's thing there with the radio station and the CDs and stuff. Like even that, like it would still be more intense than the collecting, but less intense than doing 100 other things while looking for your next track.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so to go back to your question of when I'm actually in the club or bar or wedding, whatever it is, DJing, what I try to do is organize my bag or crate sort of sequentially. Like not necessarily, I'm going to play this one and then the next one behind it and the next one behind it. And I try to I'll usually have a collection of sort of chill down-tempo tracks I want to play at the beginning, so they'll be at the front of the crate, and then sort of the tempo builds as it goes to the back of the crate, and then I'll have a totally other crate which can be a different genre, or so like maybe for this Friday I'm going to have a lot of soul and funk, but might bring some house, have that separately, and just
And then he's got a Journey crate too.
But you can't look at it. You can't ask about it. Don't point. Don't do anything.
It's just B-sides and mashups of Journey. Come on.
You should actually totally just fuck with people where like you'll literally
play the first bar and just fuck out of here.
Make a crate that's gonna be very visible, and when they ever ask you like, "Oh, can you play some Journey?" No, I don't have that. What do you mean? I don't have it. It's
There's
right
a whole
there.
crate of it right there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
no, this is the
just
music.
the case.
It's the music journey.
Hey, nice.
But is there a necessary formula? Like, can you just be like, oh, I want to play this song and then this song and then this song and then this song? Or do you actually have to like measure up like the BPMs of the songs and stuff like that so that you can properly transition from one to another?
Definitely it helps. I mean, it depends the kind of party that it is. If it's, certain like weddings where you're just dropping like 80s and 90s jams, you don't really have to. Some of them can be, like some of the more up-tempo 80s tracks with the high, you can get a whole lot of them to mix together. But then, if you're trying to play like ballads and stuff, you got, so you fit similar tracks together.
Yeah.
But then, so if you're trying to make a huge drop, or say in the tempo, if it's like getting real fast and you're like, I'm running out of fast tracks and I need to kind of slow it down, it's best to pick like a jam that everyone's going to just get up on the floor, like Journey or something. No, but you pick something that's just something that's going to drop and just be instantly like, oh, everyone loves this track, or at least knows this track, and is going to just so it offsets the jarring tempo shift.
I thought you were going to say
You know
the
what?
Journey.
My old drummer used to, like, we would write our set lists and stuff like that, and my old drummer would think like that too. It's like, okay, we're gonna put in 2 fucking bangers, and then we're gonna put in 2 slower ones, and then, we're gonna kick them right in the face again with 2 more bangers, like just thrash it hard, and and just to kind of keep that interest all over the place, right?
Yeah.
Okay, these guys like just got in the pit for 2 fucking songs, and
they're probably need
give
a
them
break.
A break, yeah,
totally.
Yeah.
And so then, because there's going to be 2 of us DJing, so we'll kind of feed off each other as well. Like
absolutely.
I don't want to if he spent like the last half hour building this vibe, I don't want to just completely trash it down. Like, oh, okay, I'm gonna play some Frank Sinatra.
So bring in my crooner set.
Did you ever pull a prank like this during an event? Where he would like the song goes and like turn down for what, and then goes into the dancing queen. I mean, it's fucking hilarious. Here, let's play it
That
again.
guy's so mad too. Because he was just ready to turn down for what?
That's classic.
I'll play it again just for the
He's
viewers
like, I
here.
haven't, but I'm gonna.
No, I've done similar. Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me at all. I can totally see you doing something like that.
That's when I saw it, I was like, "Oh my god, that is fucking brilliant!"
That is good. It's not impossible, but it's definitely easier to do with a digital because you can switch between virtual tracks very quickly, whereas you need to switch physical records, and it's not impossible. You just have to have it planned out like properly.
Yeah.
but there's times when I'll play the intro of a track. Say there's one that I like playing is Eye of the Tiger. Eye of the Tiger, Survivor, right? And you just play because it builds up, right? And once people start getting it, you just cut it out, and they're like, "What? No!" And then you play a different track, and then you do it again, and like a little bit later on, and you just give them that little bit till they think, "Burp, burp, 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 burp," and then you take it out and put in something else.
Yeah.
Do that a few times. You know what I mean? Just do that a few times.
Just get them rockying over and over all night. Like just.
Yeah.
think my old high
And
school,
then
my
when-
old high school dances were like that. Our DJ would do that to us lots.
Yeah.
Get people pumped up by just throwing these little clips
Yeah.
into.
Yeah.
And then you're just waiting, like, when is he gonna play it?
But then there's other tracks where they have these build-ups, and then instead of the drop, you just like literally hold the record, and then you just
Yeah.
everyone's like, and then you just let it go.
I guess yeah. So I mean, I know. So I know there's digital turntables.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and
Excuse
that's basically what it is. Like you have like a digital audio track, and then when you
Yeah.
turn that, it moves it back and
Right.
forth.
So
right?
so the records have a time code on them, and they'll know where relative the track is, the digital track. So
Now, I know you have records, but have you used that one of those?
I've used them,
And
yeah.
like, as far as for the feel, does it feel the same, or is it like completely two different things? Like acoustic
Okay.
and electric guitar, like they feel different, right?
yeah. So they feel very similar as far as your hands are in the same position, that whatever. But there's it's called latency. There's like a
Yeah.
teeny bit of delay, and if you're not a vinyl DJ, it doesn't matter. You don't know the difference.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are a vinyl DJ and you go and then suddenly this movement and there's a fraction of a delay before you hear the sound, it kind of throws you off a little bit. And so it's not impossible to do both.
Yeah.
But for me, I have way less familiarity with the digital version.
Yeah.
I need a little bit of. I got to just switch my mind to be able to like accommodate or to compensate for that little delay. But for just mixing, it's no problem at all with it. And it offers good versatility because you can get cue points. You can skip from one part of the track to another part real quick.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like hate on digital DJs. We kind of made the joke earlier. Oh yeah, and you even said there's different skills involved. It's different
Absolutely,
skills. So
yeah.
but there is skill. So
Yeah, and like it's one of those things. Like a coworker of mine, like he's a digital DJ. Like he's got the laptop. He's got he's very good at it.
Right.
And like he shows up there with his sound system and a laptop, right?
Yep.
But he still has a mixer and everything, and it's for somebody that's on the dance floor. Unless you're just there to dance,
Yeah.
Nobody like they won't know the difference, right?
Pretty much.
And but like when it comes to like scratches, like adding that little effect in there, like I think that to me that's way more.
And also, if you're going to appreciate the depth of the selection of music,
well,
I
and that's
think,
just it.
as
Like,
well.
and he's kind of like, can you play this? I don't have it, but I'll download it and done. Right? Like he has it. Whereas like you said, you don't just show up and like bring your collection. You kind of take those few days, you
pick
get
and choose.
ready,
Yeah.
depending on like you. It's almost like you care about your clients because like you really do your research. Like, okay, it's gonna be
You're
old people,
you're essentially
right?
like a musical director is to a radio station. Like you're selecting what
crowd.
what the library of music is. So like every radio station has access to Led Zeppelin and AC/DC and this and that and that. But it makes a big difference which songs that you select that you're going to actually play and how much you're going to vary them. That's
Actually,
gonna
I can't
react
believe
with
you
the-
fucking compared him to radio. Radio is fucking sucks.
I'm not comparing.
You guys just talked about this last week.
I'm not comparing him to radio. I'm comparing him to a musical director in which that.
But yeah, no.
He's the person who gets to decide what the entire tone of that library is. It's not just like you just when you have a digital DJ and it's just like you said,
Requests.
anything someone asks for, they can just click and sure, here it is.
Yeah.
Like he's actually saying, this is the box that.
Yeah, I prepared for you guys. It's like a chef. It's like, this is the menu. You don't want pickles? Get the fuck out. By the
They're
way,
good
that's a
fucking
pet peeve.
pickles, okay?
That's a pet peeve of mine. Like people go order shit like, yeah, but can you take that off and that? No, like you know what?
That's how I am.
I don't like olives, so I'm not gonna order something that has olives in it.
No, I'll just eat around it.
Or that, like
Yeah.
but like exactly. Anyways,
Or I'll suck it up and eat them. But like,
That-
I will request no olives. But if I get it with olives,
one of
I'll
those
just either
fucking
eat around.
assholes, eh?
So, there was an old kind of thing, meme going back in the day. It was like, oh, can you play this off my phone? So would the so would the chef equivalent of somebody coming in with a frozen meal, like, can you play?
Can you just nuke this for me?
Yeah, I've got a hungry man. Can you do something for me?
Imagine show up to 529 like, can you just warm this up for me?
I think it would taste really good if you guys nuked it.
Yeah.
I had a guy who paid me. I'm not even going to call him a boss or a chef or anything like that. I had a guy who paid me that used to just swear by deep frying and microwaving everything. And like we had this banquet for these steak sandwiches, so I got the waitress to go out and order them, like get them pre-ordered, right? Okay, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And I had this all planned out, and he walked in and he said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm making the steak sandwiches." And he said, "Oh, you just grill mark them and throw them in the deep fryer to crisp them up and finish them off in the oven." And I said, "What the fuck is that? Get out of my kitchen." And he's like, "This is my kitchen." And I was like, "Not like that."
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
No kidding. Fuck, there was another question I had. I get distracted by steak. Now I want a steak.
Steaks are pretty good.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun,
So,
dun.
like,
Oh, oh, here I go again. I loved you till the end, and I thought you were my friend. I meant everything I said. I thought you'd understand, 'cause I'm only a human. You see, I was searching for my family. Ain't no blood that's thicker than water. But did you
mean, like I have appreciation because, like you, I grew up in a very diverse home with musical influence.
Yeah.
And I too picked the one that nobody else listened to. I listened to a lot of punk and hardcore. I really like punk and hardcore. And,
Right on.
you know, and so it's given me this appreciation for arts in general as musicians and stuff like that. And I think of like people who do like synthesizer work, and like I've gained this huge massive appreciation for Prince. Like Prince is a musical genius.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, and Trent Reznor too. Like I listen to some of those tracks that he's made, and just the way he builds shit up. And that was in a day before you had like laptops and computers to operate, you know, and it was all done on actual synthesizers and samples built into your synth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it just like, so I mean, when you're talking about your art and I'm picturing it and it gets me excited the same way that it does when I think about, you know, like Prince or Trent Reznor and you know, all these other guys who do that sort of stuff. I used to get fucked up with my buddy and we would remix songs on Fruity Loops and and then like
That's how I
the
recorded
next
my
afternoon,
first songs was with Fruity Loops.
the
man.
next
Like,
afternoon, like we would like tear apart mindless self-indulgence songs, and then like the next afternoon we'd be like, fuck, what did we do? And then we would like listen to it and we'd be, oh, that was not bad.
Yeah, there's bits and bobs I can use here. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. The thing about Prince, I honestly feel that some of his best music isn't what everyone knows Prince as.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like when he was like big in the 80s, like there's some great music, don't worry, you know, of course, but if you dig deep into his catalog, he has some incredibly good music.
Yeah, absolutely. My brother did a tour of his house. He said, like, if you're ever in
Minneapolis,
yeah. He said if you're ever there, definitely do it because it's one of the greatest experiences ever.
Yeah.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah.
So when did you start? Like, when did you start collecting your, or when did you decide that you want to do like vinyl, and then you started collecting actual, like your DJing collection, not just like whatever you could get your hands on, right?
Yeah,
Because I assumed that's what it was like. Oh, let's try this one and let's try mixing another song. But eventually, you started building up your music.
At a certain point, you became a collector. Or like,
but is it a collector? Because
it's almost like an archaeologist in a way.
It's
I
definitely
would say.
collecting.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's definitely collecting involved.
Guitar
I know
players
some
collect
DJs
guitars.
they sell when they, you know, especially with, I don't want to generalize here, but some of the people that are purely into.
By the way, don't get freaked out. There's a pussy behind you.
That would not freak me out. That might excite me.
It's in his wheelhouse.
There's certain DJs that they're, say, into, you know, whatever is the big genre at the time, and they collect a lot of that, and then next thing they're into drum and bass, and then they're into techno, and then they sell each collection as they go. Whereas I just kept everything. I'm a hoarder, collector.
Sounds like
it's a fine line.
You know, as long as you use it, you can't really
and that's
call
the thing.
yourself a hoarder, right? Usually hoarders just keep it and never fucking use it.
Right. So the first two records, like,
Bretsky. Yeah. Have you seen his house?
He does, however, try to use it all
I
the
try
time.
my best.
And now
I
there's-
offer it out all
and
the
by the
time.
way, for all the
I have
listeners,
two of
there's
everything.
There's 3 items that Bretsky does not have. Time for you to go buy shit. Anyways, but go ahead.
no, I was just going to say the first two records I got after I got my turntables, one was Ghostface Killer Iron Man, when that had just come out, and in and around the same time, Jerry the Damager, Rat of the Math had come out, his second album, his sophomore album. So, and I still have them and I still DJ them out, and you know, I even have my Ghostface album signed by Ghostface. So
Nice.
that's pretty sweet.
So, can you get every single album on a record?
No, but you can't get every single album on MP3 either.
Yeah.
Or CD or tape
Yeah,
or
there's
any-
no
yeah,
album
yeah,
that's on
any
every
media.
single floor.
Yeah.
Or 8
Just 'cause
track.
I'm just
Well,
thinking, like, you know,
there's some albums that are on every media, but
Just
not-
like every album
but
isn't
not
on
every
Spotify,
album is
Tommy.
on every-
Like, I can't
Absolutely.
find Inflicted on Spotify.
because we were cheap bastards and we never fucking do it. No, but like, you know, it's like, you know, as far as like popular, whatever's popular today, like,
Yeah.
because I assume you try to keep up with the trend too, right? Because you're gonna, whether it's a social or if you go to a wedding, you're gonna have the older crowd, but you're gonna have the young ones that they want that to hear that today's hit that's booming on TikTok.
Right. Yeah, and that's I don't try to get those.
Okay.
Like today's top 40 is literally tomorrow's dollar bin.
Yeah.
Generally, not everything.
Yeah.
Not everything. Now,
so you'll get it in 5 years, or
no. I'll get it if I like it.
Okay.
So so for example,
Major Lazer.
I have a lot of Major Lazer, yeah, because I like it. Kendrick Lamar's album's coming out in the next couple of days. I'll probably pick that up.
Oh man, I can totally just. So I mean, if you've done this, then tell me. But I can just picture you, like somebody, a young, I don't know, 20-year-old girl. Can you play whatever's today's hit? And then you're like,
name 3 songs.
You're gonna go with like a strong Irish accent, just like. Fuck off, I don't play that shit. I can just picture, like if I saw that like happen, I would be like super happy and like just would want to capture that.
You could just be like, I don't speak English.
But you're
with your roughest accent ever.
Yeah.
Well, it's close to what I said to that guy who requested the Journey on New Year's that day. Close to what I said to him, but I mean, I wanted to see if I could get more gigs at the venue, so I softened my accent a little bit. They never did get me back because I didn't play Journey. But
do you have any other specific questions, or can we get into the confession booth?
Wait, nobody told me about a confession booth.
Oh, this is where you got to go into the booth in the room there and confess all your dirtiest secrets.
What happens in the booth stays in the booth.
This is specifically
there might or might not be somebody else in there.
Are you Catholic?
Is it related to the pussy that was behind me?
Are you Catholic or Protestant?
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
No. No.
The answer's no.
No, the confession booth is the confession. I'm Filipino now. Cut that.
No, fuck it, I'll leave it in.
It's our that's our phone line.
Okay.
People call in and leave us their confessions. We call it the confession booth.
Okay. There is a booth in there, though.
I mean, we're hoping
they do. They probably don't. And you know what though? Like the people that have been calling, I think I've gotten I've contracted something from the people who are calling. I have contracted earkney because in the last little while I've started developing zits in my ears, and I have no other way of explaining it other than it's a growth from our callers.
Sounds like earpiece.
No, I seriously, like my left earlobe, I have it's hard. It hurts. There's a massive.
Oh, do you have
zit.
an ear erection?
I haven't. Yeah.
Are you a drummer? It's a drummer thing.
And then in my right ear, like in my inner ear, there's another fucking zit. I don't understand what's happening. Like
Wait, if you put your finger in far enough, that's your brain, bro. All right, I'm sorry. I'll stop.
No, don't.
You know what? I think I'm just going to retire from the show, introducing our new host. Way funnier than me.
About fucking time.
Way funnier than me.
All right, let's get into the confession booth.
I'm here for a confession.
Oh, Lord Jesus, what have you done?
Nothing. You just take it easy now.
I must confess.
Well, my dear. For your penance, 10 Bloody Marys and a good shag.
Leave a message. Beep.
All right, so we have...
Wait, somebody actually called?
Yeah, we have 4.
Holy shit.
This is like pretty decent. So.
It's probably one person calling over and over thinking it's not working.
Mom!
All right, so you know what? This one we got actually last week, but we didn't see it until after the show.
Oh, yes.
And we were sitting here like, should we listen to it? No, let's wait till next week. Let's be fair. So it might be related to from 2 weeks ago. We'll see.
I don't remember what happened.
It's from Steven.
Who was our guest last week?
It was Stefan.
I know, I'm just being an asshole.
Actually, we never talked about. So last week we had a morning host on from the radio show from 104.7
Now Country,
and he's also a professional wrestler. And
he's done work with APTN.
but we never mentioned his stage name actually. And as I was doing the editing, I put in a couple like videos, and so his stage name is Stefan Epic. I was like, that's actually pretty fucking good.
And he has a show coming up that we are going to go attend.
Yeah, you know what? We're going.
What is it? May
26th.
26th.
Yeah, it's a Thursday, and we'll throw some info on our social media about that.
It's going to be a good time.
Oh yeah,
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We should find Luchador.
We're going
find Luchador masks.
I've got two.
Tommy and I are going to go as the Bushwhackers. I don't know how many of you guys are old wrestling fans. No shirts. My tongue is going to be tattooed green, and we're just going to walk in like the.
I remember. Don't you got to get wife beaters?
Yeah, it was the one strap, I think. Like,
okay.
What's his name? Andre the Giant used to wear.
Yeah, like a bandolier kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right, but let's listen to our first voicemail.
This 120-second shit is bullshit. It doesn't even give me any fucking time to get anything said out on this goddamn little show. This is Steven from the band Run Its Course. Met you guys on Saturday night at the Manitoba Loud fundraiser. We were the first band on stage at 9. Bretsky saw most of it. Tommy saw like the last 3 songs. I want to know what you guys thought. Was it good? Was it bad? If it was bad, tell us it was fucking awesome. We want to hear the lie, not the truth.
I love this guy.
No, he's super good.
He's really good. There's more. Let's listen to the whole thing.
He's still going.
He's still going.
I like this guy.
Yeah, this guy left a long message.
I want you to know we're not just a shitty cover band. We're a lazy original band. At some point, we're going to write some originals. And I wanted to give you guys some quality content and a little bit more than somebody just calling up and saying, hey, fuck you guys repeatedly over and over again. But, hey, fuck you.
Holy shit!
I love this guy.
I think not only did he leave a message, but he went back and listened to 5 shows
and shit talked the scumbags. This guy is #1 fan for sure.
Yeah, King Scumbag.
Okay, and there's still more.
He's a name the 3 songs guy.
Yeah.
No, Steve's great. Like he lives right behind my girlfriend, and I've known him since I was a kid. So
I'll talk about it after.
There's more.
So. It was pretty good, other than the dripping on the stage. It nearly drowned Matt. And then we were looking for a photo on Facebook to stick on our Facebook, since we don't have anything on there right now. And there was only the one shitty photo that I'm pretty sure Bretsky took. I looked like a fat fuck on stage. And
guilty.
Matt looked like he was shocked that anything was happening, and it was just out of focus. So next time, maybe take a couple more. That'd be great.
I probably do have a couple more. I'll send them over to you guys.
Like talking to us about maybe having us on sometime, that would be awesome. We're looking forward to it. And give us a call sometime. Thanks a bunch. Bye.
You know what? I'm going to give that a top 3.
Oh, 100%.
Of all the calls that we've
100%.
received, including underground show and pre-underground show.
Like he sounded out of breath.
Yeah,
because it's just like, okay, I have 2 minutes. I gotta get all this shit in there.
Okay, so I ran into him prior to their set at the show, the fundraiser show last week, and he was just super excited to be there, and we started talking, and just we're kind of laughing about all the shit that's kind of gone down over the past couple years and all the shit everyone's had to deal with, and they were just super excited to be playing a show. They put on a fucking fantastic show, and like he said, they're not a cover band, they're a lazy original band. Yeah. They played a set of covers for us that week, but it was just because they didn't have there was some roster changes, so they didn't feel their original stuff was
tight enough or whatever.
Tight enough to be played at that time.
And I gotta correct Steve. I caught 4 songs, not 3. It was 4 songs.
But it was so cool after the show, because I was doing kind of just like making sure everyone got on and off stage okay. And I went to go make sure that they were getting off stage, and he says to the singer of the band, he's like, "Oh yeah, this is the guy I was talking to earlier about the podcast." He's like, "The VIPod," and that was just like the first time ever that I was like, "Holy shit, someone knows who the fuck we are."
you had a instant boner, right?
Yeah, I was like, boing. So and then I brought Tommy over and introduced you, and
it was they're super nice guys.
Hung out and chat. Absolutely, we will get you guys on the show. Tommy is going to reach out to you by tomorrow, and
Tomorrow, meaning Saturday.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm giving you like 5 days to do this. But yeah, no, we absolutely want to have you guys.
Listen to the show, and you call us again when you can come.
They can come anytime, I'm sure.
It takes a couple strokes.
So, could you imagine sitting around with him and his wife and a bunch of other like-minded individuals and playing games with these guys?
Yeah,
we do it
absolutely
all the
could do that.
fucking
Oh, yeah,
time.
fuck
Like,
yeah.
well, not all the time, but like,
Do you mean board
God.
games?
yeah,
or
lots.
video
God.
games,
So
or-
when they-
whatever.
So when they're going to be on the
Board
show,
games mostly,
like, you're
yeah.
just going to whip out all the fucking games.
But
here,
they're
right?
from Portage la Prairie.
Yeah, yeah.
Your hometown.
Yeah.
And they were
They're big supporters of Badlands
more
Promotions.
than happy to make the trek down here to be on a show. So we are absolutely going to get it run its course on this show. And it's going to be a good time. What else we got?
So wait, before you play the next one, there's like a 2-minute limit for each call? Is that what it is?
Yeah, because it's I don't know,
Free
some
formatting.
free online.
Oh,
shit that
I get it.
we can set whatever time we want, but we
Yeah.
figure 2 minutes is like
2 minutes is good.
fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah.
we don't
If you start
Steven
rambling
doesn't think
longer
so.
than that,
Yeah.
I mean,
a
he
lot
did
of
it in
times
minute
it's-
14, so that's pretty impressive.
he got a
Did you
lot in,
hear
though.
how he was talking?
I know,
though?
yeah, he was just like...
He was on the treadmill while he was doing it. And another thing, we
Wait, do you think that was one take? And like he didn't try
that
rehearse?
absolutely was
Yeah.
one take.
sounded like
Yeah.
one. I
Well,
Well-
no, I can't guarantee that because it does let you listen back to what you record
Before you post it,
and you
yeah.
can like
Yeah,
delete
because he
and
was-
try again. And I will absolutely admit that back in the day when we used to
Yeah.
be a subsidiary of Wheeler After Dark, when I would make my calls, sometimes it would absolutely take 4, 5, 6 tries.
or
Yeah.
we would like write it out.
That's
And-
yeah.
Oh, I would write it out.
Bullet points.
I would write it out, and you would still have to like try to like get it in that
Yeah,
time
yeah.
frame,
Oh, for
right?
sure,
like
yeah.
to get everything you wanted
But he
to
was.
say.
I don't know if you were listening much, but he was minimal on the hums and haws. Like,
Yeah.
if
Oh,
even
yeah.
any. I don't think. it
No,
was-
that's how he talks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's impressive.
He's
It's impressive.
he's very quick that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Fuck no, that was one of the greatest calls of the VIPod history.
He's very chill when you're talking to him, but like I could see that being like
Yeah.
him.
He's 5 words ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right on. Okay, so we have another call. This one's a very short one.
Bet.
You know what's awesome? Boobs. Boobs are awesome.
That is true. I agree.
That was Big Dave.
I also like boobs. I agree with you, Big Dave. I don't know if I will consider that a fact.
Well, why not? Of course,
That's a fact.
Are you questioning yourself now? What? No,
That
that's
is
a fact.
That is a fact.
It's
I
the
was
guy
agreeing.
who's got all the facts.
I like playing
that
devil's
Gretzky's-
advocate and like trying to pick holes in arguments. There's no
Okay,
there's
but-
no holes in this
okay,
argument.
But my fact was Dublin, and his fact was boobs are cool. Like I agree, we both had a fact.
Yeah.
You know, but one was a little deeper than the other.
It doesn't matter.
If,
It's a
we're,
fact.
if we're going to king of facts,
You didn't
here.
say the competition is not who has the deeper fact.
Yeah, true.
Fair enough.
Go
Fair
fuck
enough.
yourself. But it's still 2-1.
Game
Wait,
on,
still
Dave.
2-1.
Game on.
That's that fact, Dave guy.
Yeah,
that's-
that's Big Dave. Yeah.
That's Big Dave facts, Dave.
Coming down with big facts too, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Strong armed me there with boobs are cool.
So I'm really excited about the next call. Like.
You get really excited about just about anything,
But
Tommy.
when you
Like
hear
there
it,
could be a little bit of breeze past your crotch.
When you hear it, who it's from, you'll get excited too. It's from Steven again.
What?
But that was this
Steven
was,
is excited.
But this was left today. Like that was still from last week.
Oh, so he's
And then-
probably pissed off that we didn't air his last call.
But-
And now he's like, you know what, guys? Fuck you. I don't want to be on the show.
Okay, let's see.
Hey, boys. Steven from the band Run Its Course again. Pretty sure I left a message, but I'm guessing it was after the cutoff for the last show. So that'd be the only guess I can come up with because I'm pretty sure you'd play it because you're kind of desperate for shit to be on the air. Anyway.
Oh my god, this guy's good.
Busted!
Oh, he's
I'm going to just message him while we're doing this. 'Cause
do it.
I thought I'd do you a solid and call again because I got some news. Band's playing again this weekend at the Albert. We got us and Intersection X,
oh, they're
Full
good
Circle,
too.
and Furley all playing. We're playing first at 9:30. You should probably come down and check it out. dad bods and dad rock all around. Hey, we'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.
He didn't say what day. He just said the weekend.
This Friday.
Okay, guys. So, pardon the interruption. We fucked up. The only person that was really listening was our guest, DJ Stop, and the rest of us were not paying attention. And when he questions us questioned Steve that left the message, he did really say just a weekend. He didn't specify which day is his show, whether it's on Friday or Saturday. I right away assumed it's Friday, and we just all went with it. I think we can all blame Dag because he was the only one not drinking, so it's his fault. It's your fault, Dag. But so I wanted to apologize for the confusion because the following talk is going to be basically about the show being on Friday, and we had a pretty good plan, but unfortunately the show that Steve is talking about is on Saturday, so I'm going to throw the poster up here in the screen. And again, go support his band if you guys can make it on Saturday. That is May 7th. Check the calendar. Yes, May 7th. So, yeah, go check it out. Or on Friday, you can go check out DJ Stop. They're all on Albert Street. We'll put everything in the pod description. Anyways, enjoy the rest of the shit show. It is a shit show. Fuck you. We love you.
Oh, he's conflicting with my show.
Well, no, but the thing is, now, like, I don't know.
They're both on Albert.
Well, that's the thing. It's like super close. We can just literally bar hop back and forth.
When does yours start?
8 to 9 till late.
Oh, yeah.
It's
It's 8
yeah,
to 8.
it's
I
in
love
your
And there's
on,
no
off,
cover.
on, off,
There's
on,
no
off.
cover, so
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we should totally.
And they'll
let's
be
bar
like
hop. Bar
at the
hop
beginning
Fridays.
for half an hour, and then you can just take off.
Yeah.
Everyone listening to this episode, ready your wallets. Tonight we
Ride.
You're buying us drinks.
ride.
Ride.
Tonight we ride.
Yeah, you guys are buying us drinks tonight.
This non-alcoholic
We're
sangria was actually
celebrities.
really good.
Oh yeah.
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 Really
Yeah, better than I thought it was going to
Really
be.
fucked you up, didn't it?
So Grolsch does a 0% Radler that's really good.
Really?
So do you know what a Radler is? It's like
Yeah.
a grapefruit beer, right?
Yeah.
And Grolsch does a really good. Only slight downside is you have to buy a 4-pack of it. But if you buy 4 and then just have one in one day and then one another
I
day,
hate when they make you buy multiples.
I got to do like grapefruit stuff in small doses.
that's what I'm saying.
Because I have very like
The acidity.
yeah, it's
I thought you were
brutal.
gonna
Like
be
right now, even
I'm
from
on
this,
high blood pressure
even from
medicine,
this, like
and
I
you
have
cannot have grapefruits.
I have like massive heartburn from this right now,
Yeah.
Oh really?
I have lots of
but it was very tasty.
Tums and stuff. So if you need,
So like when
I'm
my
not
when my
surprised.
girlfriend's drinking wine, she puts grapefruit juice in it to kind of not have it so strong.
Counteract.
So what do you water grapefruit juice down with to make it, to make it less acidic or something like,
Bretsky?
Sugar.
You should know this shit.
I would
I
say
know to bring the acid content down in a.
I would use another juice that's
Apple juice.
less acidic. Well,
Apple
no,
juice is
apple
very
juice is
acidic.
very acidic. Most juice, I would use a berry juice,
grape.
if anything.
So like kind of like wine. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
but
and
just
I
a
know
grape.
like tomatoes to bring the acid content down, you use sugar,
Okay. Yeah.
right? So using a juice that's
sweet,
less acidic,
sweeter juice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Kiwi juice.
Yes, that would work.
that would be wonderful.
Kiwis.
I
Although
think that would be
kiwis
very
are quite
wonderful.
acidic as well.
Strawberry.
God damn it!
Like-
all these acidic.
Actually,
juices.
that's one thing I missed.
So juices
from,
are just acidic.
Bananas.
Yeah, banana juice.
Get a lot of potassium.
That's one thing I missed from Slovakia. They have a pure strawberry juice. It's so fucking good. Just
sounds good.
not strawberry
Freshly
banana.
squeezed strawberries.
Squeeze some strawberries.
Freshly
Well, no,
squeezed.
it's like 100% orange juice. It's 100% strawberry juice.
Yeah,
and it's
that's why I'm saying freshly squeezed.
That sounds
It
like
is
it's probably fantastic.
fantastic.
But I
It
feel
is.
like you got to go through thousands of strawberries to get like a thimble full of juice.
Yeah, I don't feel like they juice well.
I honestly think
There's
they
a
just
lot of
probably-
mulch left.
They probably put it in with the stems and
Make
the
a lot of
leaves and
fruit
everything and
leather
just,
after.
like,
They must put it in whatever's left goes into
Yeah.
candy.
3
And then,
drops.
like,
of-
here's your opal fruit right there.
3 drops of juice to every 42 fruit leather strips.
Throw it all in the blender and strain it.
But that is one juice I truly miss from Slovakia. Because here it's like strawberry banana, strawberry
you know what?
kiwi.
Go back to Slovakia.
Oh wait, no, never say that. Never
want
say
him
that.
to go back
But how
to
much is it
Slovakia.
expensive?
What?
This juice you're talking about?
No, it's dirt cheap.
The
Well,
thing
so-
is,
It would cost more to ship it here than what it costs.
So you could become a distributor here.
I could.
And don't say that because I would go back with him. Because
Okay.
I would never take you. Fuck you.
You
I'm
wouldn't
not
survive
gonna
a day there,
introduce-
Brett.
I would ruin your culture.
I am
Yeah.
not going to introduce Bretsky
If you're
going
gonna
to
tell someone to go back to Slovakia, you need to check yourself. I've been waiting to say something like that all this episode.
There you go, yeah.
Okay.
That was worth it.
Okay, we have one more
Price
call.
of admission right there.
This one is from our OG scumbag AG. Angry female.
What is she angry about today?
I don't know. Let's
I'm
find out.
going to finish this drink.
I might have said something on Discord today that pissed her off. Let's see.
God damn it, Tommy.
Hey fuckers, it's AG calling.
Hi.
Thank you so much for the gift.
That we haven't sent you yet.
What gift? Oh,
That's probably why
that's right,
she's angry.
Oh, maybe, yeah, shit.
We owe her a t-shirt,
Well,
remember?
you know where Brett's apparently drive by here all the fucking time. Maybe stop by.
In all fairness, she just caught up, so she just found out
that's
that
true,
she
that's
won.
true, yeah. So just stop by, come pick up.
But
pick up your shit.
we do owe her a t-shirt.
Yeah, we do.
Because she won the...
'Cause I have-
she called it 420
Yeah,
a week or two
yeah.
ago or something.
Arrange that with you. If you want to give me the picture, that's fine. I might be able to fit it around my right boob.
Yes! Yes, you're getting the big
get the
shirt,
shirt.
and we want to see a picture how it fits on your left boob.
Let's go back to that boobs are cool call.
Okay.
Ah, great.
But I'll take a large. Yes, I'm fat. Anyways, with that being said, love you guys. Fuck you guys. Talk to you guys later.
I mean, in all honesty, large was the smaller of the two size we offered, so that's the less fat size. If you're gonna go down that road, I'm just being honest.
There's no such thing as fat. Curvy.
I would agree with that.
Oh, man. You know what? It's size don't matter.
Anybody
say
who's
that all the time.
See, but
Everybody has their own preference.
Well,
that's all.
Big
I'm
girls
gonna-
need love too. That's all.
when
and everybody has their preference. I've known people who like twigs, and I've known people who are disgusted by that and want the complete opposite.
When I was
everybody has their own preference.
When
There's no like this.
There's no
is
no ideal. There's no perfect. Yeah.
Go.
when I was in Dead Ringer, we had ordered like up to 5XL because we have like a lot of very big fans and stuff like that. But now that Dead Ringer's not together, I've been selling off the merch at a cheaper price and all the money goes back into the awards show.
Yep.
But now I'm just stuck with like all these 4XL, 5XL shirts and hoodies and whatever else, right?
Go to
And,
the
like, everybody's
festival
like,
scene. They need tents, bro.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm just gonna start launching them out in the crowd and just be like, yeah, here you go.
Well, you know what? Like,
let's make a potato launcher,
Well,
and then
Big-
we can
Big
just
Dave,
start. We'll be in nightclubs and just firing off hoodies.
Nice.
Like Big Dave
Watch
is
out
not
for Maud Flanders.
Big Dave is not fat, but like he what is he 6?
But the 4XL and
6'10"?
5XL and stuff
Yeah,
like
well,
that, they're
no,
wide.
They're wide,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. I wasn't sure what the size. I mean,
Yeah.
some people like
No,
to
Big-
wear them as like nightgowns
He's
or
tall.
whatever. But like, Big Dave is like tall.
Yeah.
he's not fat at all. But
What you
Yeah.
gotta do, market them as Dead Ringer Snuggies.
Ooh, there you go. Bump the price up.
Yeah,
again.
yeah, yeah.
No,
It's not a hoodie anymore, it's a Snuggie.
Yeah.
I just don't want to carry it around anymore,
Yeah,
right?
for sure. But just so you have an idea how big Dave is,
Yep.
he can take a Pepsi can and hide it in his palm of his hand.
Okay.
Like
He crouches through doorways.
Yeah.
When he goes through a doorway, he has a step that he does where he basically bends his knees.
Yeah.
Genuflex
So that
through
he-
the door.
Like he's super tall. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a really tall dude. Not like extra large.
No,
He's
no,
just
No,
tall.
I get it. You've explained it many times. I
No,
get
but
it.
do you understand that
he's not wide.
he crouches through
horizontally, but vertically.
Like that?
In the X position, not in the Y position.
Yeah, pretty much.
Big Dave, we love you. We appreciate everything.
That's
you do
Andre
for
the
show.
Giant's hand.
Yeah, like he can. Like he sent
He's
us,
just palming a whole can of.
Yeah, he
Pepsi.
sent
No,
us a
he can
picture.
hide it.
Yeah,
And like, yeah,
That's
he can hold
what I
it.
was showing them, Britt.
Yeah, that's it.
Shit feeling different now, different now. We finally seeing the vision now. Been around, gon' leave this town. Know that we gon' make mama proud. It's not even 2020 yet, but I'm seeing my vision clear. I've been spitting since vintage was in its year. Only writing Escobars, man, my shit is pure. Cause I've been around and I'm still in town. They thought I disappeared. Ain't never scared like Bone Crusher, I don't live in fear. This mission's dear to my heart. You don't wanna start, play your fucking part. Criticize my art, leave you torn apart, you interfere. So just listen here. Shout out to my engineer, cause we got 'em hooked every time we cook. Lyrics are like fishing gear. I reflect on my past, looking in the mirror. Friendships didn't last, people missing here. Stop wasting your breath if it's insincere. Used to be insecure till I quit drinking beer. Loyalty and hard work is what got me here. Calling me a square, but I've been around like the hemisphere. Have you seen stars in the octagon like George St. Pierre? Shit feeling different now, different now, different now. We finally seeing the vision now. Been around, seen this town. Know that we gon' make mama proud. Shit feeling different now, different now, different now. We finally seeing the vision now. Been around, gon' leave this town. Know that we gon' make mama as I'm staring at my balcony, I can see that my mother's proud of me and the man that I turned out to be. I've got a brand new mentality. It's forever best blend, yeah. I know my best friends looking down on me. I'm spitting flames like I'm playing for Calgary. Wearing tie-dye, getting sky high, floating on clouds of weed. Back to reality, your shit's whack, you're a fantasy. Yeah, you're washed up like a paintbrush and should hang it up like a gallery. Got it down to a fine art, making a masterpiece. You're full of yourself if you think you fucking with half of me. Wanna talk rapping sheets, got it covered like canopies. I'm putting in working harder than a factory. Ain't no one coming after me, I do this for the family. Naturally, too many copycats, what happened to originality? Grew from grassroots, I do this organically. Calling me a square, but I've been around like the hemisphere. Have you seen stars in the octagon like George St. Pierre? Shit feeling different now, different now, different now. We finally seeing the vision now. Been around, seen this town. Know that we gon' make mama proud. Shit feeling different now, different now, different now. We finally seeing the vision now. Been around, gon' leave this town. Know that we gon' make mama proud.
So, anyways, guys, thank you very much for the calls. We
that was
really
good.
appreciate fucking Steven. Again, like, both your fucking calls were amazing. I love him. Top three for sure. Both calls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's top? Like, who else would be in there?
Me. Wanting my fucking money back.
Too late, spent. It's done.
No, it was probably when what was the old like guy and his wife that used to
Oh yeah.
Harold and his bitch wife.
Harold? Those were our other good calls.
Okay,
Oh, my
I
God.
guess I'm not gonna get any breadsticks today.
Yeah, that was pretty good. But yeah, so if you guys want to, leave us a voicemail, go to our website, thevipod.com, and you can leave us a voicemail on the bottom right-hand corner. There's a little microphone. Click on it, and you can leave us a 2-minute voicemail, or up to 2 minutes. You can also send us an email if you want. And actually, we haven't checked our emails, but you can do that and send an email to vipodmail@gmail.com. And, you can, whether it's a voicemail or an email, you can leave us a story. You can tell us how shitty we are, how awesome we are. If you hung out with us on the weekend somewhere,
If
let
it's
us
a
know.
voicemail, Tommy is going to read it.
Read it?
The voicemail? Yeah, I'm going to read the voicemail for sure.
No, email.
I'll read every single voicemail.
Tommy will read your voicemails.
I was going to make that same joke, but I was waiting for him to finish.
He's going to walk off now.
But yeah, you let us know anything, a story or whatever you want to say, even just to fuck you if you want. We appreciate those.
Fuck you.
Yeah, there you go.
Fuck you too.
But go ahead and please go to our website also and rate and review our show. We will start maybe in the near future reading some of the reviews because some of them are pretty fucking hilarious actually. So we should definitely read some of the reviews. But yeah, you can do it on our website. You can also review it on Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts, and you can subscribe to Spotify. You can also listen to our show on Amazon Music and on TuneIn, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So if you don't know what our YouTube channel is, it's the VIPod. Search for it. And then you can watch us on every Thursday, usually by if it's not there by the morning, then early afternoon it will be uploaded.
You could watch the video of us not moving while doing the same show as the audio.
It's to see the new guest. I know they see our faces on there with the
no, because he screen shared a few things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Actually, going into what you can see on here. Okay, so I wore this shirt.
Okay,
today.
go ahead, Bretsky. Yeah, I'll finish off.
Yeah, you do finish after. I wore a No Sleep Till Brooklyn shirt, and this was actually in honor of our guest today. From my favorite set that he did. That was in honor of. I think it was right after Ad Rock died that you did the. It was like a Beastie Boys tribute set that you just released.
We're going to have to edit this because MCA died. Not Ad Rock.
Dumbass.
But I was in Ireland when that happened. So I've done tribute shows after. Is this in... Are you talking about in... Stone Angel? I did a Beastie Boys tribute. Yeah, so it wasn't in response to anyone dying. It was just...
It was just a tribute, okay.
Yeah, so I used to DJ at Stone Angel, which is a brewery, local brewery in Winnipeg. I used to DJ there every second week before the pandemic.
Yep.
And every once a month, so every second show that I would do, I picked an artist that I wanted to tribute. So sometimes, well, not sometimes, I did... George Clinton, I did James Brown, I did Boards of Canada, I did Herbie Hancock, I did Bob Marley, and then the one time I did the Beastie Boys, and so
and I think that was in response to when we did our Friends Christmas.
I was going to get to that.
Yeah, you won the Beastie
the
Boys
album.
And
this T-shirt.
That Wu-Tang T-shirt that you're wearing. So I thought it was actually kind of fitting that I'm wearing the No Sleep Till Brooklyn today because it was to honor how
you guys Bluetoothed.
I liked
almost.
I liked the mix that you made after that, but I thought it was really fitting that you were also wearing the Wu-Tang shirt.
And here's the thing: I was going I came home from work knowing that I was doing the show, not having planned what I was going to wear. Had my shower, quick 2-minute nap, 5 minutes, whatever. And then I got up and I'm like, okay, what T-shirt am I going to wear? It has to obviously be somehow music related. Like I can't just show up with like Abercrombie and Fitch or some bullshit.
That would be pretty cool.
It's normally what I wear.
Gucci Mang.
Tommy just puts on whatever doesn't smell.
Yeah.
Give it the old smell test.
It smells. Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, not the smell, but the smell test.
Smell's not very fair.
I spoke too soon. The smell test. The smell test. So, but then I saw this, and I'm like, oh, I got that at the same time we did that Chris Kingle, or whatever you want to say that thing. And
Friendsmas, whatever.
And at the time when I was putting it on, I was like, wait, did I win this? And then I remember, no, I won the Beastie Boys album. When I say
you
won,
got the Beastie
both
Boys
of the best
album,
things on that
but
whole
Orly
thing.
got the T-shirt,
and she just gave it to me.
And
fair enough.
How
would she not?
You can also go check out our social media on Facebook. It's the VIPod, and on IG,
totally cut off our ending.
And on IG, you can check out the VIPod podcast. What's your social media tag? Do you have like for just DJing, or it's just the one your personal is your DJing?
So for DJing, probably the best thing is to go onto Mixcloud, mixcloud.com/IAMSTOP. So /IAMSTOP. If you want to just catch me on Instagram, it is just look up Norman Breaks, and you'll see anything to do with records. That's records and beer, basically. That's
nice.
And we didn't mention you're also a photographer.
That is true.
Shit,
yeah.
So DJ Stop Photography.
DJ Stop Photography. If you look that up on Instagram, you'll see that too.
Yeah, so we'll make sure we'll tag all your social media, and we'll throw it in the pod script, and we'll tag you on our post and all that as well. Maybe we'll make sure we'll get our scumbags to follow you as well. I'd like to thank to our sponsors, Safety Net Studio. Go check them out at safetynetstudio.com. The pizza oven, you can order your pizza at thepizzaoven.ca. Promo code VIPod5 will get you extra 5%. And make sure you, when you order, create yourself an account, and you'll get incentives. So you'll get some points that you can use towards your purchases as well. And Badlands Promotions. Hi. So actually, I do have a question for you.
Okay.
I do too after you're done.
When does Badlands Promotion going to get a website? Because there's the Manitoba Loud. But
I just dropped $500 on the shitty fucking podcast that I sponsored.
Right. Why would you do that? What an idiot!
It broke the bank. I don't know. I haven't done it.
We should maybe look into that.
Yeah. We definitely could.
But yeah, you can.
I know a good Tommy guy.
No.
What's your question, Dean?
My question. So you said you were in a band called Dead Ringer?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a producer called RJD2?
Yes.
His debut album was called Dead Ringer, and it's a dope album. If you like DJ Shadow or like that kind of production,
yeah, I'll definitely check that out.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome.
So his debut album is very sample based. He's got other albums later on, less sample based, but still also very dope.
Yeah, cool. Thanks.
Yeah, Dead Ringer, classic album.
You can check out Badlands Promotions on Facebook and Instagram, Badlands Promotions.
I do have something to say.
Let's say it right now.
You're paying for this time, so have at her.
Well, then I'm going to talk nice and slow.
Yeah. Okay, thank you guys for tuning in.
So, announcement for the Manitoba Loud Music Awards.
Woo!
As of May 1st, all the way to the end of June, the nomination period is now open. There's currently 17, but should have 19 by the end of the night.
Yeah.
Categories to choose from. And the way it all works is you promote the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
You know, tell your fans to fucking nominate you. Tell your I mean, you could really just nominate yourself. I've seen that a few times already.
Yeah.
But
there's what? There's nothing wrong with nominating yourself.
Absolutely not. There's nothing wrong with it at all. Like if you're nominated,
nominate
cool.
yourself all you want. People still have to vote for you.
Yeah.
That's right. That's where the promoting yourself comes in, is because when the voting period comes, we do not. We're not a panel. We're not going to pick who the winners are.
All right. Can I just rewind for a second?
Yeah.
Give us more information. What's it all about? What is this awards? What is it like? Do you have to be a band? Do you have to be? Like, what is it?
So it's the Manitoba Loud Music Awards.
Yeah, I know what it's called, but what is it?
It's basically awards for rock, punk, hardcore, and metal.
Cool.
Yeah,
Right
and
on.
it's all at loudawards.com. All the information is there.
Not just artists, also photographers,
Yeah, there's
videographers,
scene photographers, and scene videographers and
venues.
Yeah,
tattoo artists?
No.
Okay.
It
No.
could be eventually, maybe sometimes, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
I just throwing it out there. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, we're always taking suggestions,
actually
right?
is
Like,
a kinda cool
we
idea,
dropped,
but-
I think, 5 categories and brought 5 new ones in. So,
Oh, word.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
from
like
last year.
so we dropped the album of the year. Like we had
We-
the metal album of the year, punk album. But there's only so many bands that they put it out. Like we
Yeah.
can't use it every year, right?
Right.
So That's why we just kind of dropped those, and we brought in one, which is the Loud album of the year. So we're going to pull them all together.
Yeah. So it's limited to Manitoba, or
yeah. So 75% of the
band,
if it's a band, 75% of the band has to reside in Manitoba.
Right.
And then we'll have like guitarist and bassist and drummer. So those they have to be from Manitoba.
Yeah. They're separate categories. Best guitars.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sweet.
We have how many?
19.
19 categories total? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And so, last year, in the midst of coming off of like restrictions and stuff like that, and it was still like heavily vaccine mandate, and we still did pretty fucking amazing for what it is.
Yeah, 75% capacity was achieved. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. And so, great. The bonus to promoting to get your fans to vote for you or to nominate you is you get your fans to vote for you, and that's the winner.
Yeah.
Plain and simple, like it's that easy. I don't want to be the fucking guy who says this is the fucking guitarist of the year.
Yeah.
Well, and it's also teaching bands self-promotion.
Absolutely.
It's teaching bands that
we live in a time where promoters can't do all the work anymore.
You can't.
We can do lots. We're paid to do lots of the work, right? Most of the work.
Are we getting paid though?
Right. We're not getting paid. But that's the reality of it. Is we sacrifice a lot of our fucking time to make sure they're getting paid.
But in the YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, whatever world, the ultimate responsibility nowadays is on
MySpace. Yeah.
Fuck, bring it back, man. Bring it back.
It's Justin Timberlake bought it.
Homepage.
It's still up.
Homepage with a song. How else do you tell people about yourself than a homepage with a song?
I feel like the all the ones that are now is there's going to be a flock back to MySpace. There's going to be.
There was a meme a while
It
back.
might not be MySpace.
But the
MySpace
infrastructure's there. It's already
MySpace is still up.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, and there was like a
bought it, like,
meme
4
whatever
times,
a while
5
back
times.
where someone had a Facebook status. It was like, Facebook needs to create a feature where you just like can put a theme song on your homepage. And someone was like, we're literally at the point where people are asking for MySpace
Tom is
without
like
realizing it ever
Yeah,
existed.
exactly. Yeah, Tom's back.
I wonder if Tom's on Facebook.
But like,
He's got multiple accounts.
But yeah, exactly. Bands need to learn like that. This is up to you guys to promote yourself, whether it's the band or the artist.
In today's world, you have to self-promote.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just rely on a label or whatever to promote me. You can work with labels all day long and they won't do fucking shit for you.
Can I use this time in the podcast to self-promote the album I put out last year?
Absolutely.
Actually, no.
Is this Paper Walls?
Just,
the one?
look up Norman Breaks on Spotify, Paper Walls. Yeah, I use all local artists except for one.
We promoted that one in the Underground show. It's not...
nobody told me.
What? Yeah, we did.
Oh, you did. You did tell me.
Yeah, we talked to you about
I
it.
have
You
no
provided
memory.
us with the material.
Did
but
we
anyway,
promote it?
but either way, yeah, it was back in our Underground show that you can't really find much anymore. So promote away.
Well, yeah, like I think I've already said. Look up Norman Breaks, Paper Walls. on Bandcamp, Spotify, all the social music things, it's there somewhere.
Nice. Right on. Yeah. So again, check out Manitoba Loud for nominations and all the information there. Things are going to get updated over the months. Yeah, we should quickly talk about the venue. Because we've talked about it on our show before.
Yeah.
And
last time I was here, we had made an announcement of where it was supposed to be, and we kind of got
pushed out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay, we'll use that. Yeah,
because we basically got a confirmation for the park, and unfortunately,
things didn't work out.
There was somebody else that had it booked before, but they weren't 100% sure.
Yeah.
And
it's a story anyway. But so anyway, we're not at the Park Theater this year, like I had said last time. We are now at the Pyramid Cabaret on November 12th and 13th.
Yep.
Historic venue.
2-day event.
So that was another thing we changed, is we dropped it from 3 days to 2 days. 3 days was a very long fucking time.
Yes, it was like by Sunday I was done.
Yeah, you're pretty strung out by the time
and you know what?
it's done.
It's going to be right after Remembrance Day. So Remembrance Day is on Friday, so everyone's going to be relaxed. and we
And
all
go pay your
respect. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
Go hit a
Saturday,
service up.
Sunday, we fucking give her hard.
And so the other thing, like one good thing about switching venues is, I mean, like, I love Bulldog. We book a lot of fucking shows there, and like Mark and Sky are really great to work with, but we want to explore all venues.
Absolutely,
and
we're supporting
we
Manitoba,
want to support
the scene.
Yeah, and
Right.
and like, because my initial idea, and Tommy remembers, like, Tommy was the first one I told about this, and he was like, yeah, let's fucking do this. First year it was supposed to happen. It was going to be just me and him. I'm glad we didn't make that happen.
Fuck yeah.
Because now this year, or last year, we got quite the great fucking team. We got Brett, we got Violet and Denny, and,
Yep.
and
Now
now
we
we
got
have Mike.
Mike.
Yeah. And so it's going to be like a really, really stacked lineup of lots of great ideas and lots of great input. So jumping venues, and especially a bigger one, realistically, like, scene wise, it would make sense to do the Albert, but like that doesn't make fucking sense.
Yeah.
to downsize your venue size,
Well,
right?
and for the type of show that it's a
Absolutely.
gala
Yeah.
event.
Yeah.
Albert doesn't support that kind of
Yeah.
floor plan.
Yeah.
essentially.
Well said.
Yeah.
The patio helps at the pyramid. That's a good thing to have.
Well,
I mean, it'll be
the
in
pyramid's
November,
going to be
but,
great.
yeah, it's-
Yeah.
Maybe not.
The pyramid's going to be great regardless. Like,
stage, nice big
Nice,
stage.
yeah.
The VIPs
Very
will be in the
photogenic.
booth.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Historic venue.
Yeah.
Lots of space.
Location is good too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's right central, right? So
well known in the scene.
yeah. It's
Easy
it's-
to get to.
yeah.
I opened up for Scott Wayland on that stage, and that was cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
I think it's gonna be really good. And so shout out to the pyramid. Shout out to Bulldogs. Yeah, last year we did it there, and we did the fundraisers there, fundraiser and the video shoot. I look forward to this year's Manitoba Loud Music Awards. It's gonna be fun.
And the
It was
concert
fun.
series too that we're going to put on from now.
We're
until
gonna have at least one more fundraiser.
the show. Yeah.
And we're gonna announce all that stuff. So
Stay tuned.
yeah. So and again, DJ Stop. Go check out. We'll throw everything in our pod script. Link to your music, to Spotify, and all that. Please go follow everybody that's going to be in the pod script somewhere below there.
Smash that like
Smash
button.
that like button. Yeah. Again, guys.
Follow.
Something about a bell icon? I don't know. Something I've heard.
A what?
The bell icon? So that you always get notifications.
Sure, yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
Every fucking YouTube video I ever
I know,
watched tells me to hit the bell
Bell,
icon.
let's talk. That's what you're talking
No,
about. Right?
no.
another
Fuck
thing
that
from
shit. I
Lick
hate
my
that.
bell end, bro.
I hate
we had that discussion last time I was here too.
Yeah, we all hate that. Don't
All right,
worry,
guys.
we're gonna.
Again,
cut
thank
that.
you very much for coming on our show,
Thanks for having
Dag.
me.
It's
Thanks for
always
having
nice to have you on here.
Loads.
Scumbags, thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this show. I think we've been doing really fucking good with our guests. We've been having amazing guests,
They keep getting better.
and they keep getting better. And I really hope our plans work
Did
out.
you just jizz? I think I just saw you jizz.
A little bit.
In my pants.
That's right.
Jizz in my pants.
All right, guys.
We're doing a game.
We're doing a game. Oh, it hurts. My nostrils hurt already. I don't like this.
All right, welcome to the bonus track.
Boner track.
And I'm taking sabbatical from this.
We're putting DJ Stop in the hot seat.
Yeah.
So what the hot
it's
seat
not
is,
my first rodeo.
it is not. Actually, we're almost milking this idea from an old podcast of yours, the Honey Dillionaires.
Yeah.
Dad, you're doing it?
It was a vodcast.
You and a bunch of our
idiots
group used to do a very, very humorous show, way better than ours that we currently do.
Your guys' guests are better.
But
They are.
But you guys did do some torture tests in which you ate a bunch of hot peppers and shit like that, and ghost peppers and stuff were among those. So what we have is the end flat line.
And actually, before you continue, I think we should fucking reach out to Pepper Palace because we've been fucking promoting their shit so many times.
They haven't sponsored the
right?
fuck
We
out
should
of it.
reach out to them. But yeah, here you go.
But yeah, so this sauce, last we checked, is rated as the second hottest sauce on the planet.
Right.
Falling in at about a 6.5 million Scoville, I believe, is where it lands.
Okay.
You, having done this, know that the Scoville scale is a bit of a shit show.
Well, it's just, you kept on saying ghost pepper. That's beginner shit, bro.
Yeah, this
Reaper,
is...
that's the one that we did that was really blow your asshole.
Yeah, and I believe that's actually what this...
Ingredients: vinegar, water, Reaper pepper, 3 million
angry with how much of-
SHU
You should
pepper
put more
extract,
on there, Brett.
tomato
where
juice,
is it? Look
scorpion
how
pepper,
stained
ghost
this
pepper,
is.
7-pot, Degula pepper, salt, and xanthan gum.
My entire new gay...
Unicorn tears.
Hey, Brett, it's not going to hurt anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it is.
It does.
You haven't done this before, have you?
No, I mean, if you have 3 drops as opposed to
No,
your entire
it
thing's
does make
doused,
it-
it won't hurt anymore.
No, I do agree. There is a certain point. Like, this is just gonna
It's
suck.
just
for
gonna suck no matter how big the
15
dose is.
minutes. So,
Dink it and
15.
sink it.
Tommy told me 5.
dink it and drink
Well,
it.
his will be at least, yeah.
All right. Yeah, that doesn't taste good at all.
No.
And there's death.
I don't even know these words.
Okay. You can't even ask the questions
Yeah,
if you're
yeah,
both
what are
fucking
you
burning.
Oh, yeah.
Dumbass.
Ivan,
Yep.
name 5 string instruments.
Violin, viola, guitar, bass guitar, upright bass. Does that work?
Yep.
Name the day
5
days before today.
Is it me or him?
You?
Oh, it's always me.
It's all you.
Yeah. You're today's guest.
5 days ago. Oh, 5. Okay, so you want Sunday.
Sure. Name 1 movies with puppets.
1 movie with puppets.
Come on! Come on!
Sesame
Change one.
Street.
That's not a movie.
Kermit. No,
What are you doing?
Muppet Save Christmas.
Yeah, there you go. I was going to say Muppets.
Holy fuck.
Okay, name a country that borders one other country. Canada.
Spain.
Yeah, there you go. Name a story consisting of 4 books.
Harry Potter.
Sure.
Oh, if it's only 4 books, Harry Potter's wrong, but
I'll go
at
with
least
that.
4 books,
Yeah.
Harry
There's
Potter.
at least 4 there, yeah. Holy
Name
fuck.
5 types of monkeys.
5 types. Bonobo,
It's not even affecting
rhesus,
He's doing good.
ringtail, lemur. No, that's not a monkey. Chimps aren't monkeys either, though. They're separate.
The apes?
There's like chimps, apes, and
I
monkeys.
think we can do like in one. Did you just throw up?
Nope.
'Cause you got
I just
shit
had a
all
lot
over
of
your
milk.
beard.
Oh, it hurts.
Don't rub your eye.
No, that was
Remember
a
what happened
terrible
last
idea.
time?
All right, next question.
All right, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's a shitty question. Name 2 weekly TV shows that regularly air today.
I don't have cable. I don't know. Friends. That's how far old I am.
It's good.
It probably airs today still.
Cheers and Friends. I don't know.
There you go. Name a vehicle with 3 wheels.
Tricycle.
Any? Except a motorcycle.
Name 4 movie
Unicycle.
robots.
Oh, Chappie, RoboCop, Terminator, T-800 and T-1000.
Did your fucking thing have any hot sauce at all?
He's doing great. Name something that usually comes in a package of 2.
AA batteries.
Yeah, that's
Sometimes.
name 2 Yiddish words.
L'chaim.
When does it stop?
Keister and Hanukkah. I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna go with that. I have no idea. Okay, why don't we do one more here? Name the number of syllables in the first 5 words of this card.
I rubbed my eye.
Oh no. Dag, how you doing?
Dying.
I need an ice cube.
Seven, 8. Sorry. Oh, no, 9. 9.
Perfect.
Is the answer on it?
No.
So nobody can
Yeah,
verify.
it's one of those just like, oh sure, yeah, let's go with it. I think we should have asked questions from Dag.
Yeah. Fair.
I died.
Okay, Dag, one question.
No!
One question, okay? Here. Oh, this should be easy. It's number 1. Name a baseball player that has played for one team.
Bo Jackson.
Babe Ruth.
I don't even get to answer because people answer
Sammy
for it.
Sosa. Sammy Sosa.
That's 6.
What was that?
Okay, name one of the countries in the United Nations Security Council.
Ireland.
No.
Name one opera.
Phantom.
There you go. See, that wasn't that bad.
I'm dying.
So how it's like it's named something and then you roll and that's how many numbers of the
Yeah,
thing?
yeah. So it's like the number's always blank. Yeah.
Right.
Alrighty.
Does that work? Does that ice work?
No.
Why did you think it would, Britsky?
It would probably make it worse because then it saturates into the ice.
Yep. So I heard. I talked to a buddy of mine. I met a guy this weekend, and he did the one chip challenge.
Did you swipe right?
And, yeah. And he did the one chip challenge, and he says that if you, because we talked about us doing it possibly, he says if you ever do it, do not like panic swallow. So don't just like, oh fuck, it's too hot, and just swallow it down.
Oh
Like,
shit!
make sure you fucking chew it.
Okay.
He says he was in so much pain he could literally feel the chip sitting in his stomach, and like he was in pain the next day. Like I was like, okay, like that. It says no matter how painful it is, chew the shit out of that chip because it dissolves faster, right?
Yeah.
I was like, that makes sense.
More
But-
saliva.
But yeah, like,
It just burned the fuck
the
out
only
of your
thing with
esophagus,
that
too.
stupid challenge is that those chips, they're like $50 for one chip.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just like, fuck sakes, like.
Fuck, I'm almost done this beer already.
Oh yeah.
Every time I burp, it gets worse.
Yeah, and every time you breathe, try to breathe through your nose.
Wait till you pee tomorrow.
Yeah.
Peeing is the worst.
I'll
Is the
pee
least
tonight.
of your trouble.
Yeah,
Lots.
poo is usually hurts.
For one dab?
Yeah, it has. Well, mind you, we did like
I
multiple
fucking hate
before,
that
but-
shit. I cannot wait till we're done with fucking.
What if they're sponsoring you? Why do you keep doing it?
It's Tommy's idea.
What?
Huh?
What? Huh?
Do it!
I don't have a drink though. Go get me a drink. Go get me some milk.
I'll go get you.
Get me a glass of milk.
Okay.
So when I was in Singapore, there was a Mexican bar, and I used to go there and just have margaritas and have tacos, burritos, chips, whatever. It was all good, fun times. And then someone's like, "Oh, did you get the habanero shots?" I was like, "What? What's the habanero shots?" And they told us that it's not on the menu. You got to ask for it, but they have these big jars up top of the bar. And if you ask, they'll pour you a little shot of tequila that's habanero's been sitting in it. So I did this, had a shot. It's like, okay, I can taste a bit of spice, but it's not bad. It's all right. That's fine. Then I went about my day, did my business, whatever. couple months later, I went back and I was like, oh yeah, I remember those. So I used to live in Singapore. That's why I went back. I went back like 3 weeks later, whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember those habanero shots. Can I get one of those? And they're like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I've had it before. It's fine. Like, you know that's going to be the last thing you have today. I'm like, no, I've done this before. It's fine. It's okay. I know what I'm doing. Like, okay, if you're so certain about yourself. So they pour out the shot. And I do the shot, and instantly I have to stand up because my stomach is just going.
That's what I'm doing right now.
And then, but not only that, because, you know, you're shooting, and if you're just like a little bit sloppy and it gets on your lips, that's what happened to me. So it was just like this, and I couldn't close my lips because they were burning. So I'm talking like, oh my God, what's happening here? And I found out what happened was that when I had it the first time, they'd been maybe sitting in this jar for like a week. When I went back again, they'd been sitting for like a month.
Yeah.
So they were fully ripe, you know. This shot was like probably the second hottest thing I had in my life. This maybe, or maybe the Scorpio pepper or whatever.
No, yeah.
The Reaper. Sorry, the Reaper.
I can't do this.
My eyes are burning.
I gotta smoke.
I feel like I'm on the come down already.
Yeah,
I don't know what I am. It wears off.
That's what I'm saying. I think
Quite fast,
I've
yeah.
crested. I've already peaked.
but it's not fun.
I'm at that hallucinogenic stage now.
Yeah.
I mean, you did add a lot.
Oh, mine was.
Do I get score for like my questions or? I fucked up on that monkey question.
shit.